What's going on, friends? It's Anton Daniels, and I gotta have a conversation with you guys about Teach Henley because you see how the sun is hitting me. This is no finesse, no makeup, no filters, no none of that. This is 100% Teach Henley. I use it in the morning as soon as I get up, right after I pray and brush my teeth, jump in the shower, and I'm hitting the streets because you never get a second chance to make a first impression. So even though they're giving you 40% off your first order, 20% off for life, even though you may get a free gift, forget all that, right? Because we would do this even if it was full price because it's worth that much. I'm in the streets, I'm kicking it with people when I see Dusties everywhere. You don't want to be them. You want to separate yourself. And the way that you separate yourself is self care. Ladies get it for the fellas. Fellas don't wait for the ladies to get it for you. I'm about to hit the streets right now and I'm feeling confident. I'm feeling great. I mean, I already got confidence, but to have that extra boost of confidence, knowing that you've taken care of yourself and you set yourself apart from all of the rest of the sheep that's walking around making bad decisions on a daily basis. And it's reflected in their actions. It's reflected in the products that they use. It's reflected in the people that they follow. And so if you're trying to level up, if you're trying to make sure that you look good, they're going to send you the pack. They're going to give you all of the instructions on how you're supposed to use it. Then make sure you get your Teach Henley. Again, 40% off your first order, 20% off for life. Get your free gift. Make sure you tap in with your boy Anton Daniels because Unc is never going to lead you wrong. I would never have you use a product that I don't use myself. Again, they've been rocking with me for a long time. Make sure you get your Teach Henley. I love you. I appreciate you. I'm going to holler at you guys later. What's going on is Anton from AntonDaniels.com. I appreciate you guys for continuing to rock with us. Oh my God. Thank y'all for continuing to tune in to After Hours. I am one of the people that is on the panel that is being subjected to all of this slander from the upper left-hand corner. But I am here. I'm here with my friends. I got Slimmy, Kemi, Q, Molly. I got a lot of E's, a lot of my E's, and Brittany, and and myself. We in the building tonight. What's up? I don't want to hear from Slimmy. I want to check out for everybody.
Oh, I wonder why.
I need to tell Slimmy something before we start. I would like to thank Slimmy and his cast for making us the #1 team in the NBA. Appreciate it.
Short lived. Moving on. Anyway, what we talking about? I told y'all we exposed them the other day.
I won by 4-3.
It don't matter. We won without Donovan Mitchell. It's up.
We mailed this game in because we was on the road. We chilling.
Trash.
We making sure we rest our team.
Our whole team didn't play against y'all, and you wouldn't let me get that off.
We resting our people. We chilling. We slow motion.
No, I agree with you. We should have whipped y'all ass. Quinn, what you talking about?
I'm talking about
we should have. Oh, I was about to say that the Cavs should have beat the Thunder. That was unacceptable. Now, we need you to come back on camera, though, big dog. Let's go, Cavs.
So
it's a regular season game. It ain't no big deal.
So it's been a rough day today in the NBA, rough day in the NBA, and that's okay. It's okay. You got to take a loss every once in a while.
Rough day in the NBA or the rough day in Detroit?
Detroit is the NBA right now, so it's a rough day in the NBA. And it's a road loss, so we not tripping too much about it. Again, we can rest in our team. We preparing for the playoffs. We gonna figure it out. What up to the chat? Chat is our co-host for the show, our 7th member of the panel, and we in the building. So how y'all feeling tonight before we dig into these popular culture subjects?
Sick. But I'm here.
You sick? You feeling sick?
But I'm here. Fine.
Aw.
Same.
Aw.
Not feeling the best and tired. Tired of working.
You tired?
Yes.
8
to 10 hour days back to back.
We putting you to work tonight, baby girl. We putting you to work tonight. I do want to say happy birthday to Naomi Brown. Welcome to the Big 4-0 tonight. I don't know which time zone that you in, so it could be in an hour and 8 minutes. It could be in 2 hours and 8 minutes. It could be in 3 or 4 hours and 8 minutes. We don't know. But we do want to say happy birthday. Happy birthday. We love I like 40-year-old women. I think that they nice and seasoned. You know what I'm saying? They nice and seasoned. They ain't tripping off of all of the nonsense. They slow motion. They ain't super
I
demanding.
have
They
something to say to Naomi.
know who they are.
So she's definitely
Use
amazing.
To the beautiful Naomi Brown, if you put your full address in the chat, I'll send you something.
Don't put it in the chat.
Don't ever do that.
You gotta say you gotta send me your address.
Oh, listen, Quinn. Oh, Lord.
You
I
don't
was
want to put
scared
it in the chat.
to
Last thing
You want to know why you need more than just her Cash App?
That's funny.
I don't think y'all got the joke.
But no, happy birthday to you. And happy birthday to everybody that got a birthday this month.
Me?
You got a birthday this month?
Next Saturday.
Oh man, that's what's up. That's what's up. Who got plans this week?
No.
Any plans this week, this weekend, anything like that?
Yeah, I do.
What you got up?
I'm about to go see some little old.
I have no idea what that is.
Shit mean either. You don't know what that shit mean.
I don't know what no little. I know I can guess, but I don't know exactly what it means.
As soon as I get off this live stream, I'm about to go I'm gonna catch a flight. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Is Miss Sanchez coming on tonight?
I don't know. Let's text her.
Yeah, somebody check on Miss Sanchez. Let's see what's popping. All right, Molly. Any thoughts? Any plans? Anything interesting happening this week? This weekend? Nothing.
My life is super boring. Until I'm done with school, no. I've been focused.
That's a good thing. That's what's up.
Files.
Well, we know that Brittany is reserving herself for her birthday. So,
Yes.
Kim, you don't get jet lag, Kimmy?
Yes. I
You
think
get
that's
jet lag
what
a lot?
it is. Yeah, I think that's what it is now. I'm just tired. But I'm hustling. I got some stuff I want to do. So
That's what's up. That's what's up. Let me acknowledge a couple super chats early in the show. The Right Path Good says, previously, Daniel always learned. Oh, you changed.
okay.
You changed. You got a profile picture. You look like a
I'm
person.
evolving.
Hey, what's going on, man?
Yeah, he got he a person. He a real person. Shout out to everybody that actually are real people out here in these streets, and we can put a face to the names. Good evening, AD in the back. See, he's talking different now. Good evening. He say hi. He say what up. He say hi. He said good evening. AD in the back, Chaser, Slimmy, Quentin, Molly, Brittany, Kimmy. You look real good tonight. Happy birthday to Naomi. Yeah, all right. See how when they get a profile picture, they start talking a little different. I'm sorry. Excuse me. Just a brown girl in America says, good evening, people. Good people. Molly, Slimmy, Anton, Q, and Brittany. What up to my girl? I love Nikki. Shout out to Just a brown girl in America. And she looks really great in person. I'll tell you that too. So she pulled up to some of the meetup. Actually, it was in DC. Yeah, I can't wait to do a meetup now. Remember when we used to be talking about retreats and shit like that? Neither here nor there.
Nope.
Look, I need one now. Let's go.
Nope.
Anton.
Half the people that was gonna go with you ain't here no more. So Kim gonna be all
no, Quinn, don't Quinn, chill, man. Chill.
It's gonna be Kim. That's it, man.
Chill, man.
But look, I'll take the spa treatments that will come in with the retreat.
Women are so dumb.
Oh my God. Cali Mike says, how do you feel about the Jazz and Main Man podcast with 2K? I don't understand how people just gossip because their feelings are hurt. I have no idea. Who is this? Is this some new people?
No, what you call it? It's just mess. 2K is a real one. That's all I gotta say. I was gonna go over.
Oh, 2K, my dog. I don't, that's the only name that I acknowledge on this super chat. I don't know nothing about all of the rest of that stuff. So, 2K got my phone number in real life, so that's all I know. Anyways,
2K is like Candace Owens. Like, if you want to, you get you a friend like 2K.
That is true, bro. That is absolutely true. So, yeah. All right. Let's get to it. Ain't nothing to it but to do it. I'll check on Miss Sanchez. Y'all keep me up to date on what's happening with Miss Sanchez. But I wanted to start off with this. I want to get y'all thoughts on this because I was having my thoughts on it. And this is one of the more recent updates about it. But let me know what your thoughts is on this.
The court was brief, but afterwards, emotions were running high with one of the families of the boys being charged as an adult.
It's not true.
That's the mother of 12-year-old Josiah Jones screaming at anyone who would listen after today's court hearing as her son faces charges as an adult in a case involving the rape of a 12-year-old girl.
I don't care if they get 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 years, 100 years. Guess what? I'm going to always feel like as a mother, as a woman, I'm going to always feel like it's not enough.
The girl's mother speaking to Local 10 recently saying she just wants justice for her daughter. According to police, the girl was leaving a friend's home when she encountered the boys near a community garden in Overtown. Investigators allege 13-year-old Nelson Nunez raped her, while 12-year-old Josiah Jones and Xavier Tyson, who was 14 at the time, restrained her. Police say Jones put rocks in her mouth to stop her from screaming. All three boys are being charged as adults. The victim says it went on for about 30 minutes, and the boys stopped when they heard her father calling her name. In court today, attorneys for two of the three boys arrested in this case formally entered not guilty pleas, requested jury trials, and invoked discovery requiring prosecutors to turn over all evidence. They also argued their clients, Jones and Nunez, should not be in adult jail.
At this point, you have a 13-year-old kid sitting in jail, and me and I think my co-counsel, the lawyer for the co-defendant, we both will be fighting hard to get our clients out of jail.
As for Jones's father, he tells us the allegations against his son are not true.
A young black man that was visiting Miami, it was with the wrong two kids, a 15 and a 14-year-old. My son is 12 years old and has a father that takes care of him. These allegations are bogus.
The judge did schedule a status hearing for March 18th. We'll continue to stay on top of this case and update you with any new developments.
All right. So new information since I first reviewed it. Now we got one of the parents and the father saying that this is bogus, and he's saying that he kind of threw the other two boys, in my opinion, under the bus by saying that he got caught up with the wrong two. But he's saying that his son is innocent. Now, one of the things that I said earlier on my show is I was discussing at the allegations, but I did keep that consistent. I kept the same consistent perspective in that I said I would like to see the evidence and it is innocent until proven guilty, but it sounded crazy. It absolutely sounded crazy. They charging all three of them as adults. I would love to get y'all thoughts on this before we get into the next segment of the show.
I think adults is a little crazy for a 12-year-old.
Why?
Well, there's a reason. There's a juvenile court and adult court or jail. I think
regardless of the crime.
Yep, I think 12's along. There's things that got killed people and I got charged with adult crimes at age 12. Like there's a reason. Like 12 is a long ways from 18.
But it's people that has killed people that 12 and 13 has gotten charged as adults also.
But Then what's so should we lower the age, like depending on like the crime? Is that what you're saying?
I'm not saying anything. I'm asking you what you think.
No, I just think like a 12-year-old, like, do you even know what you're doing at 12?
Did you know what you was doing at 12?
No, I didn't. Like, I didn't
I
even
did.
know where a vagina. I didn't know where a vagina was until I was like 16 years old.
I know
I thought
exactly
the
what I
vagina.
was
Was,
doing.
I thought the
Would you have
vagina
known
was the
that that was
belly button,
wrong?
nigga.
Would you have known that that was wrong to do that to a young girl at 12, though?
I don't know. Oh yeah, my dad's a cop. Of course I did.
Yeah, I think that was sick. I think the situation is sick and sad. I think 3 teenage boys definitely know right from wrong, and I think that they definitely know that what they did was insane. I disagree. I think that they should be charged as adults because I feel like they're very much aware that that's not something you should be doing. Age to me does not mean that you don't know right from wrong. We would learn that as little kids. So I think that was a bit much. The rocks in the mouth is what really got me. Like for them to know to do something like that, they knew what they were doing and didn't think that they would get caught. That's sick. If the situation is true, that's disgusting.
What's the point of juvenile jail if the only distinction is if you know right from wrong?
I think the distinction is the crime. So
I'm not asking an opinion. I'm like, is that true? Because all 12-year-olds that rape girls
think
don't go to jail.
The crime matters, and also the severity of the crime, and this next part I'm assuming is how long they want you to be in jail.
Okay. So you get less jail time as a.
Yeah, you'll be out at 18 if you get charged as a child.
Okay, well that answer makes more sense than both of the girls' answers.
I didn't even
you ain't rage baiting me today, baby.
But it doesn't even necessarily say he has
not your baby.
Definitely should be charged as adults at 12, 13. Well, and I think it said now they're like 14, 15, like they're old, like a year older now. So it's like they knew what they were doing.
If it's true.
If it's true. I'm going to say if it's true, for sure.
I think that they can know what they're doing, know that it's wrong, but not necessarily understand what it means long term for them or for her. And I think that part is problematic, and I don't know that I would want a 12-year-old to be charged as an adult for that reason. I do think that maybe hopefully they could be rehabilitated, but at the same time, serial killers kicked puppies when they were children, so it's like there's behaviors that are indicative of sickness in the mind. So I don't know if that's what this is or not. And then the guy saying, well, he has a dad and he was just with the wrong people. Well, where were you?
Exactly.
Why did you not know where he was? Like,
and what is him having?
Somebody in the chat said that the dad had
he thought he was at school. He thought he was at
say?
school, that's why. He thought he was at school, that's the answer to your question.
Okay, so then him saying he has a dad means what?
And him being black means what? I didn't understand that part either. He was like a young black boy. Like he threw that out there as if that was supposed to mean anything.
I think having a father matters.
It does mean something because there was a white dude who legit raped 2 chicks in Stillwater and he's out. He got off. 0 jail time. He got off.
That he was black was to gain sympathy. I think he said it to more so say like he's a young black boy and you guys are like accusing my son of doing something. There's no accountability in the way that he said that. I don't think he was saying it to have an actual point. He was saying it to gain some sort of sympathy of him being black because everyone wants to throw out color as if that's supposed to mean that.
Why are you answering your own question? You said why did he say it and then you answered your own question.
You laugh at your own jokes. What do you mean?
most comedians do.
Oh gosh.
Well, I mean, but realistically, I would be doing the same thing. I would be trying to get every angle. I play every fucking angle. You know what I'm saying? If I'm trying to get off where I truly don't believe, that I did anything wrong, or if he don't believe that his son did anything wrong. If he truly believes it, I would be playing every angle. I'll play the black card. I'll play the too young card. I'll play all kind of card. Whether, I mean, I think that the father part matters, right? I think that him saying that, he got a father in his life. I think that makes a bigger deal than to just have absent parents that make it seem like, because it adds character to the kid. It adds character to say that he's not a bad kid. And I think that's part of what he's saying.
I agree.
It would be different if his son was a reflection of that. His son is a monster.
That's Molly. That's assuming that it's true.
If it's true. But from the news reporting, all I can gather is that his son might be a monster. Don't matter if you have a daddy. As a father, what are you teaching him? Because everything in him should know that that's wrong and not want to participate in something like that. But he didn't. He didn't use any type of better judgment. So
he said that that the son was visiting Florida. Like, I guess he didn't live there.
I don't know the details. I'm as I get them is when I'm starting to, is when I kind of.
So they're all charged with rape. So they all did that to her, all three of them?
One guy did it. They saying that the other two participating and holding her down and putting rocks in her mouth so she wouldn't scream and all of this other stuff.
They said that should be a different charge, though, because that's not
how I go.
That's not how.
If I would rob a bank and you the getaway driver, or you the person that drove the car while I was robbing the bank, you getting charged with bank robbery the same way that I am.
I mean, I hear you, but I also think that when people get charged for rape and it's just because like one was 18 and one was 17, like it's statutory, I think there needs to be another word for that too. Like there just needs to be like clear definitions where I can look at this word and tell exactly what you did.
There was a part where there was like another news clip that said that there was a fourth boy there, and he was the one that kind of pretty much told like what happened.
Smart kid.
Boy there, but he didn't do anything from what he says. Like I can't remember if they said that he left because he felt like, or he just stepped back like, and he didn't do anything because he was afraid. Don't quote me on that. But long story short, there was a fourth boy there. And
if that's true, then it sounds like he the smart one.
Yeah, that's what I said.
This nigga must have been watching the first 48 and was like this, and the first one is snitches, the first one is sound like he the A student of the group.
Yeah, that was when I first seen the video, they were showing the kids, and I'm like, the father of the boy, I know this is probably ignorant. Well, no, it's not probably. It's ignorant of me to think that. But the boy that had the father, I assumed he was the one that did it. He looked older than the other two. And so I thought it was him originally. But the little nerdy looking one was the one that did all the dirty work, allegedly.
So he didn't do all the dirty work because he looked nerdy? Is that what you're saying?
Like I said, it sounds ignorant, and it is. But when I've seen what they were saying about him, I was like, put it like this: if I was to see those kids walking around, I wouldn't usually thought anything like that of them. But that's what makes it even scarier, because it's like those look like some regular kids. They look like little kids. They didn't look like.
So what does a rapist look like?
I said that it's gonna sound ignorant, but nonetheless, I'm still stating what I'm saying.
You keep talking though. You keep adding stuff to it.
Just trying to detect. Anyway, like I said, it didn't look like he would have done that, and I know that you can't look at someone and tell, but it kind of threw me off because that's what made it scary to me. Is that they look like little kids. So to think that they would even do something like that was very like creepy. Mm-hmm.
I just have a lot of questions. Like, where did this happen? What time of day was this? I'm not blaming this girl at all, but why is she by herself? But then close enough to the dad? I'm just confused about a lot. So I would like to see more.
It looked like an apartment complex. Like it looked to me like an apartment complex somewhere in Florida, and like they said she was walking home from a friend's house. Now
Oh yeah, they said it was a park.
Yeah, like it. I don't know if it was night or day because some of the video that the news was showing looked like nighttime, but I don't think that was when it happened. So I was confused about the timing too because I'm like, was she just walking home at night for her dad to be calling for her? Like it sounded like she was supposed to, like supposed to be walking home, and it might have been nighttime. I don't know.
Maybe she didn't have far to go, and her dad thought, okay, she should be here by now. I don't know. I would like to know how that played out. Just curious.
I think if they did it, send them all to the big house. But we gotta wait till we get the evidence. If there ain't no evidence and this is a false allegation, send her ass to the big house.
Send who to the big house?
The girl. If it's a false allegation, send her to the big house. With the big grown ass women, send her up top. It's only fair. It's only fair. You gotta only if it's false. But if it's legit, all three of them gotta go because that's
They
sick,
monsters.
Man. Yeah, if they did it, yeah, exactly. They are.
Well, let's mind this out though. Exactly. So you think that they all should get this? Let's say hypothetically that this did happen, right? Because we got to speak about it in reality. Do you think that all of them should get the same charge?
Yep.
Why not?
Yep.
That girl's gonna remember all of them. She's gonna remember all three of them.
I'm just wondering is it not crazier for you to be the one holding somebody down who I assume is trying to get away, and you see that they're being hurt, you're paying attention to what she's doing, and then you're getting nothing out of this situation because you're not even the boy penetrating her. So what's happening in your head that you're getting nothing out of this, but you're okay with hurting this girl?
And don't forget putting rocks in her mouth.
Yeah.
That could have choked
I was
her.
going to say they definitely did. Like
that's crazy. Like
if all that shit is true, man, they all gotta do hard time. Hard time. Like an adult.
I don't know, bro.
Do we know who reported the crime? Do we know? You said one of the boys.
What don't we know?
No, I'm asking who reported it. One of the boys reported the crime. Is that what happened?
No, I'm asking Anton. What don't we know?
I think she told her dad when she got home. She might have probably told her dad, and then it probably would have spiraled from there. But it wasn't that her mom speaking on the
on the phone.
So I don't know
because they say they just said that the other boy was there or some. I don't know, bro, but. That's hard. That's kind of hard. Well, I can't just by default say that the boy that grabbed her up. If another person was there and didn't say nothing, I'm not gonna say that he need to do hard time.
Well, if he
that's kind of sort of why I want to hear what the evidence and all of that got to say. I'm not gonna say that he should get the same sentence or that he should be convicted in the same way or charged with the same thing as the boy that held her down and put rocks in her mouth, or the boy, and I'm just going based off of what's being reported, right? Or the boy that actually penetrated. I can't say that he got to do the same thing. I just can't, bro.
I didn't hear that. So there's just a boy just standing by watching and not doing nothing?
Well, I don't know. We don't know yet. It's been a lot of different reports. So they've been covering this over the last 3 days, and new evidence as they get, go to court and stuff like that. Different things is being released and all of that, right? So no, they didn't.
Yeah,
Nobody ever said that they all. Hold on. Nobody said. Let me say this to the chat. Shout out to the chat. Nobody ever reported. I haven't seen one report that said that they all penetrated. I'd never seen that.
That's a lot.
So y'all got to stop adding stuff to it. Just go based off of what you've seen reported.
I just heard that there was 3, well, technically in the act, there was the 3 boys, the one that penetrated her, the guy, the father, his son was allegedly the one that put the rocks in her mouth and held her down. And then the other boy held her down as
Can't
well.
just say I heard. Where'd you hear it from?
The news, that the video that we watched, and another like there's been a lot of news reports on it. It wasn't like I just heard it. It was the news reports. They were saying that he was those other two boys held her down.
I don't know. To put rocks in somebody's mouth is like sick. First of all, they could choke, which I'm sure she was. I'm sure the rocks weren't smooth, so they cut in the inside of her mouth. Like there's a lot going on with that.
I'm starting to question this story a little bit though, because if this happened in the daytime and they in the park in Overtown, let's say, for example, because this is why I like to question everything. Let's say hypothetically they said that the boys stopped when they heard her father calling for her. So you telling me her father wouldn't have crashed out?
They also said
the minute that his daughter ran into him, and you know what I'm saying? Like, it's a lot of stuff, in my opinion, personally, because the initial shock of it, once you hear it reported, is we all gonna react the same way. This is fucking crazy, whatever, so on and so forth, right?
I mean,
but then when you start to break it down based off of what's being reported on the news, and I'm like, this shit don't make sense.
The part that actually, I'm not gonna lie, that I did
like when I was in the when I was in the 11th grade, my home. I guess you're gonna keep talking.
I was talking first.
This happened to us in the 11th grade. Like, four of my homeboys went to go blah 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 with this one chick. It wasn't great, but her sister caught her and told her dad, and then her dad reported that it was rape. Everybody was underage. Everybody wanted to do it, and the police came and snatched up everybody out of class the next day.
Like, you're saying she was being fast and
she's a whore. She's a whore per usual.
I mean, that does happen. I've known a situation like that to happen before. But the thing that threw me off was when they said it lasted for 30 minutes. I was like, how did they know that? Because who was timing? You know what I mean? Like, who was timing that? How do you know it was 30 minutes? And
again, that's why I said I want all of that evidence. Because let's say she left her friend's house, which was however far away from 5 minutes away from the dad, right? But now she's been missing for 35 minutes. You know, and then it's like, okay, well, from here to here only takes 5 minutes, and this is where she went missing, you know. And as far as like them hearing the dad, when you're looking for your kid, I doubt that you're whispering. He probably could have been heard 2-3 blocks away yelling for his daughter, if that's what happened, you know, like, so who knows? That's why I said, I just want to know.
It just sounds weird.
How did this play out?
I don't think she knew those boys because that boy's father said they were visiting, and how did he end up with 2 older boys? So I don't know how she could have just wanted it. Like, did we not listen?
You want these boys to be guilty so bad.
I'm just saying, well, if a rape kit is involved and it shows that something happened, yes, they need to be with adult male prisoners who also like to do that stuff. That's a very violent act, and she's going to remember all 3 of them for the rest of her life if that happened how it happened. That's traumatic. And
more than her remembering them, it changed who she could ever be.
Exactly. Like, that's not no child should ever, like, they need to be made an example out of if they did it, because that's crazy. And these parents need to watch their children. They need to watch what kind of stuff they're looking at on their phones and all of that, because they're learning this from somewhere. Like, why don't y'all watch y'all kids? I don't get why people not watching their children.
That was gonna be the question that I asked. How the fuck did they know to do this shit? Like,
porn.
What?
They got studies about that. How boys within a certain age.
I knew about sex and stuff when I was 12, 13, 14 years old.
No.
It's a different day and age.
Not putting rocks in someone's mouth to silence them while they're being raped. No.
And holding them down. Like,
that's malicious intent. For one, that's malicious as fuck. For two, you just sitting there watching it, like you participating. And then on top of it,
with
it's
no
aggressive.
remorse.
It's aggressive. That shit is, man, that's some sick ass shit, man. It's a part of me that really wishes this wasn't true. You know, for the sake of humanity. Like, I'm just being honest. It's a part of me that wishes this shit was not true. But if it happened to that girl, man, her life is fucked forever. Like, her life is done. Like, she'll never be the same.
No, that's not true, Sammy.
No, she won't.
It probably is.
No. She won't be the same. Think about this. If just really think about this. If that was a good girl, she wasn't fast, and this really took place, and the boys did this. They really did this. She got to live with this trauma. She shouldn't. Man, how could she ever trust a man?
And she's 12, and that's like a pivotal time in a young girl's life. Like, she's not even a teenager yet. Like, that's definitely gonna change her for sure.
Coming into her own. She coming into her own as a little girl. She's trying to learn who she is. It's just like if something crazy happened to a boy. You're trying to come into your own in being who you are individually. Just not even talking about fitting in with society, but just everything that you're taking in is starting to register. Now you have something traumatic that just completely changes your life, the course of your life, and the way you look at other people.
Well, the only reason I said that is because I always like to say that people can live a full life. I'm trying to speak positive over the girl. That's all I'm saying.
I feel that, but you say what?
And we hope that for her, but the fact of the matter is she may go into hypersexuality because she's trying to take her power back. She may gain a lot of weight because she doesn't want to be seen as attractive. There are just so many things that could happen as a result of this, and she's 12.
Yeah,
like,
I don't disagree with y'all at all.
She could commit suicide. We don't know.
I'm just trying to speak positively. I'm just trying to speak positively.
No, I get what you were saying.
I mean, I would pray that she, you know what I'm saying? Like, not that she can't live a full life, but even if she does, there could be like random triggers that, you know what I'm saying? Like things that can just randomly happen that she probably won't even realize it until she starts becoming an adult.
Triggers.
Yeah, when she starts dating and trying to have kids like that. That's just things that happen in life in general. So I can only imagine if something traumatic like that happened to a man or a woman. Those things can pop up even later in life. So I pray that she, can get help for it. Hopefully her parents are, you know what I'm saying, the type of parents that are going to actually like get her some help for that. But I
don't know too many people who had sexual abuse and who are normal.
Yeah.
But what do y'all define as sexual abuse though, right? Because I think that there are other situations where we would label it as sexual abuse, but it also could be listed as participation, right? And so let me give you let me qualify what I'm saying. I remember when we were younger, and there were women that was girls, but they was the same age as all of us, and they was fucking boys the same age as them, right? And they was slutting it out the same way that a lot of these women are slutting it out the same way with the guys that's in the street. And so a lot of people would say, well, that is sexual abuse, or that is some form of trauma or whatever, so on and so forth. You know what I'm saying? But they were participating with it in the same way that the boys at that same age was participating in it. And that was middle school, high school, all across the board, right? So is that a form of sexual abuse?
Anytime you're not giving permission for someone to touch you or do something to you, that's what we're
talking about. Young people, right?
Yeah, in general.
15, 16, all of that type of stuff. But they're also participating with boys that is the same age as them.
But when you're not a willing participant, if she's not a willing participant,
that's not true.
If you're not a willing participant and you're not willing to give the okay for somebody to put their hands on you in a sexual manner, then yes, that's
not what I described though. That's not what I described.
We're not talking about a girl who's just fast and just out there doing what she does.
You can't tell Anton what he's not talking about.
I'm talking about girls that was fast, but at the same time,
he's saying are the girls that are promiscuous at that young age, is that sexual abuse? That's what he's asking.
No,
we're not. No, those are willing
because she was
participants.
a willing participant. That is what Brittany is
But
saying.
this is my point. How can you really be a willing participant if we're saying that girls at that age don't know any better? Like you can't have it both ways. You can't say that girls are not a willing participant, but then they knew better when it's convenient, and then switch it up and say girls are willing. She is a willing participant because she, you know what I'm saying, because she wanted to do it. Like you gotta pick it. You gotta pick one or the other.
I think
No.
If
Boy, right? There's
Not
two willing
just-
participants
there's
in
a grown
statutory.
man
This is
involved.
what I'm saying. This
I
is what
guess
I'm
so.
saying.
People gonna
Hold
talk
on.
at
Let me
once is
finish what I'm
crazy.
saying. Let me finish what I'm saying. Because if they're too young to know better, are they still a willing participant?
I
Who's
feel
too
like
young
this
to
is
know
kind of-
better? Know better about what?
If they're too young to be able to make a decision to do something like that, because that's what we as adults say that they're too young to do, are they still a willing participant?
I think if two
how
kids
young-
are sneaking around having sex, it's
How
different
young
from
is
a
too
boy,
young?
three boys holding you down.
No,
Yeah, that's
I'm not talking about that.
No, I
situation.
understand what you're saying.
I'm
And I
framing
think
it
it's
and I'm
different when you're
posing it
participating
completely-
with people your age.
I'm framing it completely different. In high school,
I think it's just
when we were sophomores and juniors, I remember vividly when the freshmen came in, they looked like fucking children. They looked like babies to us because we were maturing, you know what I'm saying? Maybe we was going into a growth spurt or whatever, so on and so forth, right? So let's take a 16, 17-year-old dealing with a 14-year-old. One is in the 9th grade and one of them is a junior or sophomore or whatever, right? If they convince this girl that's a freshman that's being fast that, you know what I'm saying, you want to bust it down for a real one, and she do so, is that abuse?
If they're convincing, why are they convincing?
Because the same reason they talking her into it. Yo, what up? You know what I'm saying? Hey, you know what I'm saying?
I don't think that's abuse.
And she want to be popular. I'm framing the whole shit because we acting obtuse like we ain't all went to high school. But if he convinces her, hey, bust it down for a real one, is she going? Because she willingly is going for whatever reason, is that abuse?
She's willingly going, so no. I don't
She's
think
how
that's
old?
abuse.
Let's say she's 14 and a freshman, and he's 16 or 17, or let's say he's 17. He just turned 17, and he's a junior. He's in 11th grade. She in the 9th grade.
I think
I
the
don't think that's
difference
abuse.
here is participation with somebody who is in your age group. So this is kind of what we were talking about with the whole R. Kelly thing. The difference was a grown man. If these people are in your age group and you are doing stupid stuff with people in your age group, I feel like that's different.
Y'all not answering the question.
No, I said no. I don't think it's abuse. I think that you're a willing participant, and you're regardless if you feel like at that age you don't know what you're doing, you're still giving the okay to do it. Is it cool? No. Is it maybe okay to a point where it's like this is something you should be doing at this age? No, but you're still saying yes. How is that abuse if you're giving the okay to do it, or if you're a willing
older than you?
So what you are saying then is that a young girl that is in high school that is with a guy that is in her age bracket can consent to participate.
I believe so.
It's probably irresponsible, but if she says she want to have sex,
I'm just listen.
Like you
I'm
said,
just asking, wait, don't get frustrated. I'm just asking a question because I'm trying to understand the parameters by which y'all making these you know what I'm saying, these decisions, or y'all coming to y'all conclusions on. I'm just trying to understand where y'all stand in this whole thing, and you know what is and what isn't, what's right and what's not right in y'all mind. That's all I'm trying to understand.
I think she can be a willing participant with people in her age group. I think that once you move past her age group, there might be a little coercion or some other stuff in there that doesn't belong in there. But as long as you're doing stupid stuff with stupid people your age, that's different.
All right, now that we got that, I'm glad that y'all said that. So let me progress in the conversation. I remember in school that we used to see guys talk about running bustos, right? And bustos was.
I think that's sexual abuse.
Hold on, because I want to. A busto is a chick that let multiple different guys hit. It's like a train, except for it's not a train, right? It's not all happening at the same time.
Everybody, dudes is in a separate room, and then they come in, and then they
But they was going. They were still going. Hold on, it's not a train. It's not happening at the same time. A train is when it's happening at the same time, right?
Yeah.
A busto is a chick that let multiple different guys hit in the same day. All right.
Yeah.
Y'all understand the difference?
Whole bunch of dudes like.
You do understand. Come on, man. This ain't rocket science. If I hit a chick, and then you know what I'm saying, we all chilling, and then she fuck you too, nigga, that's a busto. It's not that hard to figure out.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Wait.
I live in Oklahoma.
If we both at the crib, right?
Hold on.
And
I got a question.
Come over, and the one dude hit, and then the next dude hit, but she wanted to do both of them. That's a busto. It's a very basic concept.
I thought that was a train.
I think she would say they ran a train on me. I think
is when y'all both doing it at the same time.
No, it's not. It's one after the other.
It's not.
It's the train.
It's not.
One after the other.
Let me put it in this perspective. This is what we call it in Detroit, right? She a busto, right? She going for the whole team. It's groupies every day that fuck the whole entourage. That's what we call a busto. Do you understand now?
No,
why
I don't.
You confused, bro? You making a conversation.
Why is it called a train?
I don't give a fuck about what you call it. Do you understand the concept?
So this is the way I'm viewing it, Quentin. So for a train, there's a line of dudes. There's one chick. One dude goes, the next dude goes, the next dude goes. This busto that he's talking about is like, oh, okay, y'all chilling, y'all watching the movie, and now you're not. And then the movie's over, and then you're down.
Okay, I'm gonna just ignore Quentin right now because he acting intentionally like he don't understand what's going on. The fact of the matter is, it's a chick that's going for the whole group. All right, I'm done.
Go ahead, Kim, finish. Now she hurt.
So she's
the point is that it was young chicks in high school that was doing the same thing for guys that are their age. If she consent to it, is that abuse? The football team fucking a couple chicks that's going for all of them at the same time. They're all the same age. Is that abuse?
Maybe I need to look up the definition.
If she told on them, but if she did not, I think that's the difference.
What do you mean if she told on them? If she
would have told that they all ran a train or whatever, I think it could be seen as sexual abuse. But I think if she didn't say nothing and just let it happen, she'd probably be willing. I think it just depends on how she or he, who knows.
But see, this is my problem.
That's not abuse.
But see, this is why I framed it the way that I framed it. And then I asked the first question first, and then I asked the second question. The reason that I did that is because I believe that I think y'all switching up depending on the circumstance, and y'all not consistent with the idea that a girl that is around boys that are her age are actually able to consent. Because now it's based off of how she feel. Now it's based off of if she wants to tell, or she can wake up tomorrow and feel some type of way about it and then say, oh man, I didn't like what was happening. But now she's not old enough, or now it is a form of abuse. Whereas if it was just one boy and they were the same age, she's able to consent because she knows better and they're the same age. But we're changing the definition of what consent means when it's now applicable, or when we don't like what it sounds like because she went for the whole football team, or she participated with multiple different guys at the same time. We not being consistent is what I'm saying. And that's what my problem is with these conversations, is because we pick and choose depending on how we feel about the situation. We're not doing it to be consistent and then being able to come to a conclusion, because the rules change depending on the circumstance, not depending on what we say is consent, depending on who she's around at the time. I don't agree with that.
I think that's because I feel like trying to say if it's consent in this way, but with this girl's situation with these 3 boys,
that's not what we talking about. We ain't talking about the 3 boys.
Well, it's saying that the definition of sexual abuse, they're more so prefacing it to where it's a person older, like an adult with a minor. So if we're talking about sexual abuse, if we're just going off the definition, then nobody, if a girl's in high school and she's 15, 14, 16, whatever, and she's dealing with an adult, then that would be sexual abuse. If another teenage boy or boys are having sexual intercourse with her, even if it's back to back or at the same time, and she's giving the consent to do that, I don't think that's sexual abuse. I think she's just a thought.
But some people would define that as abuse. And the reason that they would then go on to use that is because then it's the same way that we just substantiated that when they get older, this is something that they're going to have to deal with. They got to deal with the decisions that they made from when they were younger. And so then we labeled it as a form of abuse because this is not something that would normally happen. But we changing the definition and the rules depending on whether or not we like the scenario or not.
And I can agree with that, but that's not the way that I feel about it. More so like understanding what Brittany is saying, and that's how I feel about it. If you want to be with the whole football team and that's what you want to do,
that's not why he's asking y'all these questions. He's asking y'all.
I understand why he's asking that question. Maybe if I had finished talking, you would understand.
This girl is going to be traumatized for the rest of her life because of this abuse.
That's
why he asked the question.
Because this is not.
But that's a completely different.
Those are 2 different situations.
Yeah, exactly. So it's not even the same thing. And I know girls who were sexually active in high school that were, like Anton said, either doing a train or a bus though, and they did grow up to have issues because they were overly sexualized, but they were over sexualizing themselves. I don't know if they had situations from when they were younger, if anything happened to them, but they were sexualized or overly sexual in high school. And as they became adults, they started doing some other stuff that, you know what I mean? So do I think that it can affect you even if you're giving consent? Absolutely. I think being over-sexualized as a young person in general can allow things to happen when you
we changed the definition of abuse based off of the circumstance, even though the person is still dealing with somebody that's their age and she consented. And the reason why I asked that question and the reason why I even brought this up is because what we define as traumatizing and abuse, and we using these words pretty loosely, and we are applying them to the situation, but it's based off of how we feel about the situation. It's not being consistent across the board. If y'all saying that a girl can consent to a person that's their age, then they can consent regardless of whether or not it's 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 different guys.
She can consent to people her age, no matter how many there are. She can choose, actively make a decision to do that, and that is not abuse. That is a decision that she made.
Yeah, exactly. Is it a smart decision? No, but it's still, it's giving consent. Like, to be honest with you, I think why we're confused is because it did come off the back of the conversation of the little girl. So I'm over here thinking like, at first, it sounded like you were kind of saying that we changed. I don't think we changed what we were saying. I think that you asked us what defines consent as far as, you know what I mean? Like, and then you start changing the age into high school, but we were kind of still focused on the little girl. So that's
I was focused on what we define as abuse.
Or abuse. And
then I was using a conversation about consent in order to substantiate my argument. That's why I asked 2 different questions and I got 2 different answers based off of the circumstances.
I think bustos get sexually abused. They might not know it, but I think they're sexually abused. Sex is already like kind of a violent act for a woman anyway, and you're like multiple people, and you're a child, and you really don't understand what you're doing.
Wait.
So I do think that is.
Well, then she can't.
A woman giving consent for multiple
Did I just prove my point, Slimmy?
To bust her down.
Wait a minute.
Molly just proved your point.
I think it's different.
Wait a minute.
Molly just proved your point. And I'm confused, Molly, because a week or so ago, you said that little 14-year-old girl who was with R. Kelly was just being fast. So I want to know, how is it that she was being fast, but then this busto who's giving consent to kids her age is not?
I didn't say, no, I said she's giving consent, but I still think multiple males having sex with you and you're a child is sexual abuse. Whether you, as the child, know it or not, is sexual abuse. It was sexual abuse either way. I'm not saying that that person is not promiscuous, but me, would see somebody, one girl, letting multiple dinglings go in and out at or around the same time. That is some type of sexual abuse to the body.
So
I'm not about to argue about it though, but to me, it is. She might not think about it like that. She might not consider it like that. But if I was to be a high school girl who let a bunch of dudes run a train or whatever, I would probably grow up and think like, hey, that probably shouldn't have been letting that happen. And I think that's a little different than having a boyfriend, y'all sneaking around, messing around, doing stuff.
I ain't gonna lie. I don't care what age it is. Like letting multiple dudes fuck you. That is, it can be somewhat abusive, even if you agreeing. Because
I think so too. But as an adult, who gonna stop you as an adult? You know what I'm saying?
the
You don't
thing,
have nobody to answer
no.
to.
But I'm just talking about. I don't mean it as in it's like an attack. Like it's like grape. I don't mean it like that.
Yeah, I don't mean it like that either.
I would say the same thing for like
It's just
a
overkill.
bestiality. For a bestiality, letting a dog screw you, I think that's sexual abuse. It's just like I would say, okay, so let me use a good analogy of what I mean. So when I see dudes having smoke sessions, right? And my people I know, they got these big old smoke sessions, especially on 420. These motherfuckers will sit here in an hour and smoke 13 blunts. That is drug abuse. I don't give a fuck what nobody says. So if I can say that that's drug abuse, I can also say that, man, a woman getting fucked by 13, 14 dudes within an hour, that's sexual abuse, whether she consents to it or not. It's not sexual assault though.
Yeah.
It's abusing the ability to have sex. If that makes sense.
And that can stem
That's
from
what I think that's sexual abuse. You're abusing your ability. Like you're overdoing it. That's overkill. Like you shouldn't be doing that shit. I'm
And
sorry.
a lot of
You shouldn't have 13, 14 dicks up in you in an hour.
No.
But I think that the context changes, right? I think that when you're talking about some form of sexual assault, you can't get arrested for drug abuse.
No, you can't.
You can get arrested
if you're doing it at your home.
Smoking
No,
13
not the way that. Not the
you
way that
can
I'm
get
talking
arrested for sexual abuse.
No,
it changes.
I think you get a sexual assault.
You can, whatever you want to call it. They could charge you with a sexual assault because you claim that you were abused.
Well, no. We're not. No.
You can literally get arrested if somebody says he abused me and they call you to the house.
No. You're misunderstanding what I'm saying.
No, I'm not. I understand exactly what you said. But what I'm saying is it changes the dynamics of the conversation. And I understand your analogy. It was a great analogy. I think that you paired it well and bridged it. But I just think that the conversation changes when you add sexual to it. Nobody ever goes to jail or gets arrested for overly smoking blunts, right? Unless you get behind a wheel of a car after you do it.
Right.
But it's a different dynamic when you add the sex to it, regardless of whether, you know what I'm saying? It's different.
Oh, you talking about the? Oh, okay,
You could be with a girl by yourself.
Okay. I get what you're saying.
You could be with a girl by yourself.
You're talking about the chances of somebody telling.
You could say, well, it got a little bit rough, and she could say, well, I felt like he was trying to choke me. I felt like he was trying to kill me. Right? The lines get a little bit blurry when you start talking about anything sexual in it the lines get a little bit blurry because the very mention of it or the very accusation of it can change the dynamics of the relationship. I like your example. I just don't think that you can apply it to this.
When you start talking about that, people can tell, and yeah, that's why I was trying to separate it. Like, we're not talking about like an assault situation. That's why I was saying, like, I'm just speaking on like what I think can be a form of sexual abuse. You abusing your ability to have sex. But yeah, when you start adding in that you could possibly get a charge because somebody is just like, yo, I didn't like how that went down. You know, you was real rough. Then they call the police. Yeah, that changes the whole conversation 100%. I can't disagree with that.
All right, that's what's up. I mean, I think that this is a good dialogue. I don't know why the chat's so afraid to have these conversations. Like, ain't nobody saying nothing out of pocket. The fuck is wrong? Why y'all so scared? I think it's necessary sometimes to push the envelope a little bit and have conversations about things that we wouldn't know. What y'all want to do? Y'all only want to talk about dick and pussy, about relationships? Who want to go 50-50 in a relationship again? Is that all y'all want to talk about? You want to talk about who's the prize again? The fuck? We referring to a real situation and we mining out every aspect of it. And I think that actually is worth having a conversation about. You want to talk about Cheyenne Bryant? You want to talk about Iman Shumpert? You want to talk about Tiana Taylor? What the fuck y'all want to talk about? You want to talk about the same things again? Good God. Jesus. Anyways. Let me make sure I hit a like for the algorithm, subscribe to the channel and turn on your notifications. Let me read some of these super chats and we're going to jump into the politics of it all. K built the brick house. Shout out to TS Car Wash and Detail Service. I know y'all hate K because y'all don't want him to win an MVP. 2K held it down. Shout out to my girl, Just a Brown Girl in America. You know what I'm going to do? Rocks in the mouth is wild, says TS Car Wash and Detail Service. I agree. So the other friends played Follow the Leader or something. I don't know. We got to see what the evidence come out and says. Shout out to y'all for supporting the platform. Good new month, beautiful people, says Man. I appreciate you, big dog. TS Car Wash and Detail Service says, Q, you tripping. Them kids knew what that was. Doing the stop, the cap, and you have a daughter. I don't even know what that means.
They knew what they were doing. Stop the cap, and you have a daughter.
I know what he's saying, but I don't
Me
know.
having a daughter doesn't change the fact what other kids were doing, but thanks.
Just a Brown Girl in America says, at this point, these kids need to be charged as adults. Some of these kids are the spawn of Satan. You absolutely know what you're doing. You know when you're doing something heinous or heinous. Just a Brown Girl in America says, Q, would you feel this way if it was your child? Just think about that.
Yes, I would.
Cap. Mr. Barnes says, Kemenah, Lord have mercy. Oh my God. Morpheus HD says, plenty of young girls have lied after being fast in the past. They've claimed rape on things that were consensual until proven guilty. Innocent until proven guilty. TS Car Wash and Detail Service says, Molly, don't become a judge. Everybody guilty off rip. She gonna be at the court like News said this. Godson says the fourth boy was the ringleader's adopted brother. Callie Mike says, did they house them on the juvenile block in the jail because I thought they had juvenile detention center prison isn't for kids, let alone adults. Godson says, 80 played the clip you played this morning. Pause the video and read the police report. No, I ain't about to do all of that. We're moving on to the next conversation. Maybe on Thursday. Shout out to my dog, Spaces. Spaces is a real one. Says, Slimmy. Gemini, the Kemenah. I don't know what that means. Q, Molly, OG, and Dolphin. What up, Spaces? Casual Germ says, let's not. Slimmy got the funniest laugh
Yeah, he does. He looks like he's seen
ever. This nigga. When Slimmy laugh with everything he got in him, bro.
Both of you guys do, actually.
He laughs the way he eats.
Not the way.
With his whole face, his whole body.
Casual Germ says, let's not, and shout out to you for the 20 ball. I do not take that for granted, big dog. Says, let's not forget social media aggressive.com is all over the place and easy to find. As far as the rocks, I think someone told him to do that. Then again, people like that from the hood don't make it past their mid-20s. Mm-hmm. TS Car Wash and Detail Services 80. They don't understand that abuse question. Logical Rob says, yo, AD, full disclosure, Kerry coming back on the panel. Thank you for the super chat. TS Car Wash and Detail Services, Q never heard of a train. TS Car Wash and Detail Services, a train is everybody together, Q, Kim, and Q. This ain't no Soul Train line. Young one says, I've always knew 3, 4, 5s, some, etc. At the same time. Orgy, everybody getting at everybody at the same time. Train, one after another. 1080 Kendall says, Slim, you're using your own definition of SA based on drug abuse. Drug abuse doesn't require consent from the thing being abused. It's a false equivalency. Young one says, sympathy for the 304, but never the trick. How is romantic love different from any other addiction? Nate, I appreciate you, says, when you call it abuse, you're implying that there's an abuser, even if consensual. F. Jackson says, was there an oral test done against a statement? I have no idea. No idea. All right, y'all. Let
me. Q, you're so annoying. Cue that picture, and I told Anton to use that. It's cute.
I don't know why Slimmy be doing that. He trying to kill me, bro.
Funny. Oh my God.
Oh man, I was thinking about that the other day. I was just thinking about it because I worked at SeaWorld. You know what I'm saying? I never saw dolphins. I never saw dolphins do any of that shit. And I was a vendor, so I'd be right at the shows before they start. God. And I would see all the dolphin activity. I never saw them doing no shit like that. That shit had me in tears.
All right, y'all. We got to get to the next part of the show. Yeah. All right. Latest update on what's going on in the world.
Yeah, let's go. Let's motherfucking go.
This is an ABC News special report.
And good morning, everyone. I'm Kira Phillips. We're coming on the air, taking you straight to the Oval Office. President Trump meeting with the German chancellor, the first world leader to meet face-to-face with Trump since the attacks on Iran, a war that's showing no signs of ending anytime soon, and travel out of the region becoming much more difficult. Let's listen in.
Very strong. We've been able to do our deals, and it's been very strong. We'll obviously be talking a little bit about Iran today, and he's been helping us out. We've been very nice, actually. And that is coming along, as you see, very well. They have no Navy. It's been knocked out. They have no Air Force. It's been knocked out. They have no air detection. That's been knocked out. Their radar has been knocked out. And just about everything's been knocked out. So we'll see how we do. But we're doing very well. We have a great military, and they're doing a fantastic job. So we'll be talking about that. And we're talking about some very big trade deals, and those I know will work out too. So I just want to say it's a great honor to have you at the Oval Office, the beautiful Oval Office, beautiful White House. It's a special place, even from your standpoint, and you have some very special places too. And I look forward to being with you. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. President, for having me here in this Oval Office for the third time now.
Yeah.
Really happy to have the opportunity to speak with you in these challenging times. We are on the same page in terms of getting this terrible regime in Tehran away. And we will talk about the day after, what will happen then if they are out. We have to talk about our trade agreement, which I would like to be in place as soon as possible. And we have to talk about Ukraine. There are.
All right, we'll just leave it there. I think that most people are pretty familiar with everything that's happening with this whole situation. I like to call it an operation. Anybody want to give their thoughts on what's going on?
I think like maybe this has more to do with China than it does to do with Iran. I think given what we did to Venezuela and then now what we're doing to Iran, we're taking away China's oil or making them pay more for it. So maybe that.
Anybody else?
I surprisingly agree with Quentin on that. I think it's about China.
I think China could play a role, but I think overall it's about the Middle East and Israel getting control over the Middle East. This stuff is biblical. They need full control over everything in that area, and they're going to use us, our military, our money, in order to get it. Um, I think that I'm very disappointed with Trump because you were supposed to be the president of peace. That's part of the reason why I voted for him. He was sitting there blaming Obama. Obama's gonna be the one who takes us to war with Iran. Da 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 da. Then Biden's gonna be the one who takes us to war with Iran. Da 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 da. And just for it to turn out to be him, I'm just like, I'm really disappointed. He's dragging everybody in the world into a conflict that we should not be into. I'm just gonna leave it at that. I don't see how America could get any better.
Anybody else?
You can go, sir. You can go.
No, you can go, Slimmy. I've been talking. Nope. And the reason, let me tell you why.
This why I'm here. I'm tuning in for this.
Let me tell you why. Because I've been talking all day on a Millionaire Morning Show and stuff like that.
That's true.
I think that most people are kind of familiar with what my thoughts are.
That's fair.
I wanted to make sure that everybody else get an opportunity to express their thoughts.
Like maybe it's just like a big coincidence that Venezuela happened, then they shut down the El Paso airport. Not sure why, but they shut down the El Paso airport for a certain amount of time. Maybe like some military happenings in that area, and then this. It's like it's a coincidence that all of this is like crippling China. And at the end of the day, their whole freaking economy is based on oil coming from the West and then freaking Iran. Whole economy, everything.
Yep, I agree. And I mean, we see what happened in Cuba. I think, we're just like, okay, let's tear Cuba up and see if this is what's going to happen in China. And I really do think that what they say, China has 100 days of oil left, is about to get interesting.
But they can also get it from Russia. They share a continent.
Came out. China's leader came out and was like said, Israel, Iran, U.S., stop this right now. Like, we demand you to cease fire because we taking your oil, nigga. That's why. China cares. China cares a whole lot.
It's about more than oil.
Well, yeah, at the end of the day, I do think that there are several things at play here. One, just I'll let you and Slimmy have that whole Israel thing, but all of that. But I do think, just on the surface level of it, it has a lot to do with China and oil. But yeah, I think there's so many things at play.
We used to be it's oil because it goes back like to the 1950s because we were used to be homeboys with Iran, and then they were like, why are we exporting all this oil elsewhere and we're getting like a minuscule amount? And then they were like, wait. Y'all
I think y'all
finessing.
not familiar with the idea that the United States is the #1 producer of oil in the world.
We are.
So I think we need to debunk that right away. Oil matters, right? But we are the #1, clear #1 producer of oil in
What
the
part are
world.
we debunking?
Well, I'm not saying that I'm debunking y'all. I think that we need to debunk the idea from a lot of people that think that we're not the #1 oil producing country in the world. So I just I'm not talking about, because everybody always say it's about oil. We're going to get oil. I think that multiple different things can be true at the same time. I don't think that I think that can be a part of, but I don't think that that's the sole reason why, we are doing some of the things that we are doing. Russia is #3, I believe.
It's
As
not
far
about
as
us getting oil, it's about us taking it from China.
no, I don't disagree with some of what you're saying. I think you think that I'm debating your
No,
point.
I don't think that, because you haven't said anything about my points. No.
Yeah, so I just want to make sure that we establish some understanding, like some facts, before we deep dive into this.
The whole conflict is based on the oil, though. Like, the reason why
I don't think
Iran
so.
don't like us is because
I don't believe so. I disagree.
None of this is about
from the 1950s. You don't believe that? No.
None of this is about oil. Israel wasn't created to do it, to have anything to do with oil. Israel was created. It was created. It was not a real thing. It was created for this. It was created for conflict. It is created so that they can use central banking in these countries that they have supposedly extracted their leaders from, are the ones that didn't have central banking. Venezuela, they just took over oil-rich countries to make it seem that way. And if you go and you start doing the studies, you'll see that Israel is probably America's #1 enemy. And they're turncoats, they're traitors. They will do anything. They will do any and everything. They have no limitations to what they'll do. They are in trade talks right now with China. No cap. So all this shit about China is against America's against China, but they're letting Israel have trade talks with them. Why?
We have trade talks.
Why are we still doing business? No. We don't have trade talks with China like Israel does. Those trade talks are about technology.
No, it's not. It's not just about technology. It's about manufacturing.
Those trade talks with China and Israel are about technology. Those are about technology, and Israel getting them new technology, or them getting technology from China. Yes, that's what that shit is about. This is not no run-of-the-mill stuff. They are traitors. If you still trust in Israel, man, they're gonna turn on America as soon as they get a chance. All their leaders say it. It's all this shit is all recorded, coming out of their mouths. It's coming out of their mouths. There's not even no denying none of this. They don't give a fuck about America. They're just here using this as the home front to establish, because they just want to suck this motherfucker dry, and that's exactly what they're doing. Man, they went over, they conned America into going over here to Iran, and all of a sudden, it's a regime. They want to do a regime change. Why? Oh, because they want to establish central banking there, just like they did Venezuela. They want to establish central banking there. They want to establish central banking in Cuba, what they failed to do years ago. These are things that they're trying to do over again, and they're dragging America into it. America's going to pay the cost for this shit, not fucking Israel.
I think that every country has their own interests, their own best interests at heart. And I think that is what's central to partnering up with different people are, right? So, for example, if the United States of America has an interest in preventing China, who's their adversary, from being able to take over Taiwan, and then also wanting to choke off some of their oil supply, which was one of the chess moves that the Trump administration made as far as taking over Venezuela, because Venezuela was feeding China, Russia, and Iran oil, then I think that is something that they're going to leverage. And that's one of the things that you partner with people for. Their partnership in the Middle East with Israel is I think that it's multi-layered. I don't think that there's only one reason why. It's Russia's interest in Greenland is partly the reason why Trump says Greenland is ours, right? Cuba, depending on Venezuela, and then them also being in our hemisphere, while at the same time being used and leveraged from Russia, China, and Iran, is one of the reasons why Trump went and got Maduro. Now, the people in Venezuela is going to cheer because they're going to say, well, we're so happy because we've been oppressed this entire time. But the reality is that this regime and this whole situation that we've been talking about has been going on since before any of us on this panel was even born. I'm assuming, because I don't know the age of everybody. This has been going on since the 70s. For more than 47 years, we've been talking about Iran. President after president. No, Slimmy. No.
False.
President after president after president for over 47 years, we've been talking about Iran.
Cap.
How is that cap? That's not cap.
Bibi Netanyahu has been talking about Iran.
No. This regime,
Netanyahu.
has been in place, and they've been talking about the same thing. They've been teaching and indoctrinating their own people to hate America for more than 47 years. That's not my opinion.
Cap.
That's the truth.
That's cap. They don't have no issues with America. What they have an issue with is America aiding and abetting Israel to do all the atrocities of the world. That's what they have a problem with. And I don't see how y'all can't see this shit, man. This shit is clear as day. People do not have a problem with America. They have a problem with America aiding and abetting Israel.
No,
because we don't even. It's very much true. We don't have what interest do we have in the Middle East fighting a war over there? What interest does America really have? We don't have any interest in that.
What do you mean? We don't have any interest. And as a matter of fact, okay. So let me ask you a question. Hold on, wait. Let me ask you a question, Slimmy. Why did Iran bomb everywhere around them? They bombed Saudi Arabia. They bombed Dubai. They bombed Israel. They sending bombs over to Israel. Why are they sending drones and bombs to all of the places that's around them?
Just answer my question first. What does
no? Why are they sending?
I asked you a question first. Please answer. What interest do we have? What interest do we have in going into war in the Middle East?
It's a lot of reasons. One of the reasons is that we want to prevent them from continuing to develop ballistic missiles and nuclear weapons. We want
They've been doing this for 30 years. They don't have any.
Wait. The point is that if they continue to, another reason is that they continue to be the partner in helping Russia to keep this war going on over in Ukraine. They're the ones that literally went over to Russia and helped them set up facilities to manufacture drones because Russia underestimated what was going on in Ukraine, and it didn't end the way that they wanted it to. And more than 1 million people over in Russia died going into this war. And Russia, hold on, don't say no. Russia has a problem. Russia has a problem continuing to recruit people to continue to fight this war. So what they did was they leveraged Iran and their technology to be able to build cheap drones. And now they're manufacturing over 20,000 drones per year per factory over in Russia. And so they all have similar interests. There's multiple different layers and multiple different reasons why the United States of America, because this directly goes against what Trump is saying, because his goal when he was promoting that he wanted to be president, his goal was to end the war with Ukraine and Russia. This directly and indirectly prohibits him from being able to do that because Russia still feels as though they don't have to concede, right? The United States of America continues to fund the war over in Ukraine because they have to maintain that partnership. It costs us billions of dollars per day to send over into Ukraine. So every day that this war continues to go on, right, it costs us money in the United States of America. It also is a stain on Trump's legacy. What I'm saying is that the tentacles is all interacting and intersecting amongst the entire world. This is not just one issue. This is not just central banking. This is not just, oh my God, they're using the United States of America. We all use each other. That's the whole point of having a.
No, you didn't explain to me.
No. You asked me why.
Why do we have a conflict in the Middle East?
I just told you some of the reasons why we have a conflict.
We literally have
because
Ukraine was a part of Russia. We literally have no business.
The general summary
we have no reason to be
involved
in that.
The general summary is that it weakens our position, our negotiating power, and it continues to empower anybody that is against the United States of America. I think the misunderstanding is that people think that if you are in agreement with the fact that the United States of America or the Trump administration made the decision to attack Iran, then they think that by default you support Israel or you actually love Israel, right? I love America and I love anything that benefits the United States of America. And so if in fact we have to partner with other people, or if in fact we can leverage or build partnerships with other countries in order to do our bidding or in order to continue to benefit Americans, then that's what I'm in support of. And I think that two things, people's hate for Israel and people hate for Trump is going to continue to feed into their theories as to why they think that things are happening the way that they happening. And what most people are doing is that they leaning into how they feel about the situation instead of leaning into definitive facts or things that we can prove. I don't believe that in any way, shape, or form that this is not multi-layered. And for you to actually say that it's only one thing or it's only central banking or it's on, I don't believe that. I don't think that only one reason why we partner with Israel. And that, what do you mean? No.
You're missing it. What I'm saying is there's a hidden agenda. There's a hidden agenda.
How do you know this? That were you in the room?
So I got to be in the room to know that these aren't central bank. These countries aren't.
I just want you to know. I'm asking you to substantiate your argument.
I already did.
How? How do you know it? No,
because they aren't ran by central banking. It's coincidental that the three countries that we just attacked, just aren't ran by central banking. It's just a coincidence. That's a coincidence. That's what I'm asking you.
You didn't ask me a question.
I'm asking you.
I think that multiple different things could be true at the same time.
What?
Slimmy, we are the world's number one reserve currency. That's not my opinion. That's a fact. The dollar, the United States of America's dollar, is the number one world's currency. Whatever happens in the United States of America, when we have a pandemic, the world got a pandemic. And when we sneeze, the world sneezed. When our economy, when the housing market went bust in 2008, the whole world's economy started to collapse and suffer. That is a fact. That's not my opinion. That is a fact. The number one reserve currency in the world is the United States of America's dollar.
I think that's why these countries are trying to ditch the dollar and do a new way of business.
I agree with that. That's the whole reason why they're trying to develop BRICS. But it's also why America has to be proactive in a lot of different things, but it's not just one central thing. It's not just one thing. You can look it up. It's a fact. Everything that I'm saying is a fact. We have strong partnerships with so many different countries over in the Middle East. That's just the facts.
We don't have to go to war, though.
Why don't we? What do you mean? This isn't war. I don't believe that this is going to war. I think that this is an operation. I think that this is an operation, and they have to be proactive in order to ensure that America's interests are protected.
I think it's over. They hit Dubai. Nobody's gonna mess with Dubai.
Iran hit Dubai.
And their economy is jacked, and our money, a large part of our money and our resources goes to Dubai. And you got these wealthy people who don't want to deal with Dubai because it's prone to getting bombed at this point. I keep trying to tell people they need to anticipate the American empire is going to collapse and power is slowly going to shift over to the Eastern continents, Russia, China, India.
Impossible.
I think people need to prepare for it. I do.
Impossible, and that's why Israel is in trade negotiations with China right now, because they are manufacturing this. They want to see America burn.
We're collapsing.
Every single country is in trade negotiations with each other consistently. There is no country that China does not do business with, including the United States of America. So while they are still our adversaries, it doesn't mean that we don't still trade with China. We do more trade with China than Israel ever could. That's a fact.
That's probably part
And
of the
that's my
problem that we have
point.
so much we're too globalized, and I think that's a big problem too. And I think one thing Trump is doing that he's not telling people is that he's kind of getting ready for a more of a decentralized future because
The petrodollar,
it's
the
gonna be some
value of the
stuff.
petrodollar is decreasing.
No, listen, bro. America, like I said, you can't say that America will fail when our currency is the number one reserve currency. They can afford no country. Hold on. No country can afford for America to fail. That's the whole reason why tariffs work. The whole reason, because no country can do business without America. That's just the facts. Our military is the number one investment that we have in order to control what's going on. As long as our military is the strongest and the most powerful in the world, that's where the true investment. You keep thinking that it's central banking, that it's the dollar and all of that. No, our military is the reason why we are the number one country in the world.
But
and so
how much?
we like to talk about a lot of other factors that control whether or not we think that other countries are really paying attention. But whether you're talking about Canada, whether you're talking about Mexico, Venezuela, whether you're talking about Israel, our military is the number one asset of anything in the world. Fuck the trade, fuck central banking. At the end of the day, it's the military that controls what happens throughout the world. And because we have the world's number one military, because Russia's military is collapsing, because Iran don't have a military, they don't have a navy, they don't have an air force anymore, they don't have anything. And so, they don't even have leadership at this point. Our military is the reason why Israel continues to partner with us. That's the whole play. When you look at our budget, right? When you look at the big beautiful bill, the majority of the resources is not based off of Section 8. It's not based off of any of the stuff that you think matters. The number one thing that we invest in is our military. We're going to spend trillions of dollars every single year inside of our military. That's just the truth. But you can go and look at the budget right now.
AD, you off, bro.
I think that if
what
you
part
look,
am I off at? What part am I off on?
Bro, America can and probably will collapse.
it happened to Rome, it happened to Europe. They thought the same thing.
They will not break off from the most detrimental part to this country. They are not an ally. They are not our ally.
No, we're bought and paid for. And Bibi Netanyahu knows it. He knows he's the handler for these politicians. You can't be a politician unless they have some type of dirt on you. They won't let you.
Man,
I think it's, and then this country is in a tremendous amount of debt. We have to also take that into consideration. And I don't think, I know, looking at imperialism, at some point, every empire has a life cycle. And I think Trump is ushering in the end of our life cycle because America's been around for 200 years at least.
I think that the Trump administration is making the tough decision to actually secure America for the next 200 years. I think that the decisions that's being made today is the decisions that every leader didn't have the balls to make over the last 40 years. And he's making the tough decisions today that actually helps America forever.
One thing that I will give Barack Obama credit for is that he was able to negotiate with Iran without no catastrophic anything happening.
Obama couldn't afford to because the economy here in the United States of America was collapsing. They had no cards to play. Obama was only popular because he focused the majority of his energy on the economy, and he didn't have any capacity to focus on anything except for that, because he would have became an unpopular president and he would have ceded it over to the Republicans immediately. People only gave a fuck about getting their bag back together and fixing the economy and finding jobs. That Obama only negotiated because he didn't have the capacity for war, because that's how Bush played it. Bush threw the whole economy into a tailspin, combined with President Clinton, because they both sold off all of our manufacturing over to China. And you got to understand that at that time, because our manufacturing, because our steel, because everything was coming from China, we didn't have the infrastructure to even be talking about war. You got to have infrastructure, the ability to build things to talk about war. That's why we bringing all of the manufacturing back to the United States of America. That's just the facts. That's not even my opinion. You can't be sourcing Chinese steel and going to war at the same time. That's just the truth. Infrastructure matters. Trade matters. There was no time for war because nobody had jobs. And guess what's more unpopular than going to war? Guess what's more unpopular than 9/11? Because nobody gave a fuck about 9/11 after the economy went bust. After the housing market went bust, nobody gave a fuck. You have to have support in order to make these decisions. You have to have support. That's just the truth. And in order for us to actually go to war, for this to be labeled a war, we actually have to be in combat for more than like 40 to 60 days. And so this is an operation. This is not a war, because then you have to get congressional approval, because they are the ones that control the purse strings of what happens inside of the United States of America. So I don't know what y'all talking about. I genuinely don't know what y'all talking about.
I just don't think we would be on board for this if this was Biden. I don't. And because it's Trump, I'm not going to support it just because it's Trump. I can't. And I don't think that this is going to have.
But y'all not giving me no reasons as to how y'all can substantiate y'all argument. I think y'all don't like Israel, and y'all don't like the relationship that Trump has with Israel, and y'all using that to justify stuff that
I don't
actually
like
has
that.
to happen.
Nobody's talking about Trump.
They're his handlers, and I don't like that because he's acting like he's running the show. He's acting like everything is under his control, and he has his puppet strings being pulled, and I don't agree with that. And it's just making me realize Trump is serving his own self-interest.
Let me
He
ask
can
y'all a question.
always go to Israel. These people have bunkers. The average American don't have a bunker they can hide in. Like, this war is completely different for the elite class than it is for everybody else. This is a banker's war. It's gonna benefit who the war was meant to benefit. And us as taxpayers, we're just dumb enough to keep paying the money for them to keep taking it, to commit wars against humanity.
Let me ask y'all a question. So did Israel have its tentacles in America before Trump became president of the United States of America?
Oh yes,
Hell
Trump been
yeah.
in bed.
Okay,
in bed with them
so
since
wait
the
a minute.
beginning.
Wait a minute. So if Israel had its tentacles into the United States of America and has been controlling every president, why do we lay this at the feet of Trump?
Because he's
Every
pretending he's
president is
different. He's pretending
compromised.
he's
Yeah.
draining the
I
swamp,
don't
and
believe that every
he's the
president is
swamp.
compromised. I don't believe it.
He's pretending.
They are.
He
I don't
dropped the
believe it.
dime on Jeffrey Epstein, which was his homeboy, all because he got wind that the Jeffrey Epstein stuff was gonna go public. Otherwise, Trump was with it. Trump was participating.
Trump
Some of these
divested himself
people
from
are in
Jeffrey
his
Epstein way
cabinet,
before
in
he
his
ran for president.
administration right now, and Trump is protecting the people who are doing the worst things to humanity, and they're literally using our money to fund this. This stuff is they're sacrificing humans,
He
and
divested
the thing
himself.
BB knows, BB himself said he knows at least 80% of Americans will support Israel attacking Iran through America. He said
Oh yeah,
that.
of course he's supposed to know that because that's their partners.
And he also said that America can be easily maneuvered. He said that he already had Bill Clinton doing what he needed him to do. Like, he's running the show, and there's videos of him talking about this stuff.
Yeah.
It talks about Jacob Rothschild, talk about how his family created Israel.
Yeah.
All the money
1948.
goes back to Israel, and this is
I
like
don't believe
documents
that.
that have been put out. This is
Oh no, you
information,
gotta
it's
believe
public
that. That's a fact.
information.
It's
That's a
not a
They
fact.
want
fact.
us to ignore it.
It's a
They want us
fact.
to ignore
Not a
it.
fact.
It's 1,000% fact.
We'll be
Not
left
a
in
fact.
ruins after
That's a
this.
fact.
How are we gonna be left in? So you saying that America after this war with Iran?
No, Israel
I
being
don't
created is a fact. That's a fact.
Hold on. Let's go one point at a time. Y'all saying that America is gonna be left in ruins after we get done with this whole operation in Iran?
Yes, I do think so. I think it's going to have a devastating effect on our economy. And I think Americans have gotten too comfortable with the fact that bombs can't come over here or something. We don't know, but if something happens, and if y'all think Trump is going to come save y'all,
So how? So are
Come
y'all?
over
So
here,
y'all saying that
man.
they gonna wait? Because I just want to understand. So are y'all saying that they're gonna bomb the United States of America from Iran?
No,
It
but
might not
they
be
said that they
Iran
had
that do it.
They caught Israeli agents in Saudi Arabia and Qatar trying to plant bombs. They're doing like false flag operations. I just think everybody should question the narratives that are coming on the news. Use your
Yep.
best discernment.
They
Probably don't be blowing no money right now.
they found out that the Austin the Austin attacker, he was in Israel
But
48 hours
if
prior.
our currency is going to collapse and that it wouldn't matter, then why would we be saving money?
What?
Well, for the short term.
I
believe
just
our gold.
No,
I'm
I
sorry.
just said don't be wasting your money on frivolous things, especially if the cost of living just goes up in the next month or so.
So y'all think that okay, so let me back up for a second. Y'all think that
I'm not on their train. I don't believe that stuff. I'm not over there.
y'all think that we should just let Iran continue to do exactly what it is that they wanted to do?
What is Iran doing exactly? Because I think we're bombing them just in case they
Killing
think about
Americans
making a
for
nuclear. But that's the propaganda that they've been feeding our parents and so
Yeah.
on and so
not
forth.
I've been
propaganda.
talking
That's
about this
I
for
don't
30
vaccine.
take in the same
years.
propaganda that everybody else
No, you
does.
got
Like at the end of the day,
let me ask
it's
y'all a
Propaganda
question.
propaganda
fake news.
on both
You
ends.
can't just keep saying that it's true if they've been talking about it for 30 years and nothing is happening.
Let me ask y'all a question. Why have we been sanctioning Iran?
Because we don't want them getting ahead of Israel.
So we've been sanctioning Iran because we don't want them to get ahead of Israel.
Yes, that's part.
But we
That's a
haven't
big.
been
We're
sanctioning,
gonna do whatever Israel tells us to do over in the Middle East.
but we
Yes,
haven't been sanctioning any other Middle Eastern country.
we've been
They did.
blowing them to bits.
They did it all. They did it
Syria,
all.
Iraq, what was it? Libya, like you name it, it's about blown to short, like smithereens at this point. Like they last
What
hope
about
is really
Dubai?
probably
What
Iran.
about any of
They
those?
just blew Dubai up.
No, no,
They
no,
blew
no.
up Trump's.
Iran launched drones into some of the hotels,
That was
and
Trump's hotel.
then they also sent drones into an evacuated U.S. embassy over in Saudi Arabia. So what I'm trying to understand is, I don't know. I don't know. I see it a little bit differently. I think that America will be fine. We've always been fine. I don't think this is
But
even a war, and I think
it's
we're going to be just fine.
I think like after 9/11, life was never the same. After COVID, they treated COVID kind of like a war. Life was never the same. Like the control gets tighter, it gets heavier. And I don't even think that this might be the end of it. They planning some type of mass blackouts. Like it's a lot going on. And it might be
They
everything
don't even have
everywhere all
internet
at
over
once.
there.
No, I'm talking about for America.
Okay.
How will they do? We laughed when Bill Gates years ago was telling us that it was going to be a pandemic. We laughed, and then next thing you know, everybody locked down for 2 years, getting
I think that
jabbed.
America will be fine. As America goes, the rest of the world goes, and I think that we're going to be fine.
I think that's just what we're used to. I think that's what we're used to, and that's how we're used to seeing things. And America will be fine. This will pass. This will pass. But what the thing is, after a while, your adversaries get tired and they get fed up of you committing atrocities, helping another country. So when they start to come together, I think that's when it becomes problematic.
Have you seen what has happened in Iran with Iranians? Do you know what this theocracy, this authoritarian rule that has been in place for over 40 years has done to its own people? That's not at the hands of Americans. That's at the hands of them doing that because they want to maintain control and power. You know what this dictatorship has done over in
I have a
Iran? And you're
question.
talking about wait. Because when we talk about atrocities, it's so funny. We have so much criticism, justifiably, because we have freedom of speech and we have the ability to do so. And it's not propaganda because I went and looked at the actual videos from the actual people describing how they murder their own people, how women
Man,
are
that don't have
literally
nothing
treated.
to do with America.
No.
It has
Listen,
nothing to do
it
with
has
nothing
everything to do
with
with it
America.
because Slimmy, you never want to talk about the whole truth. You only want to.
No, I'm talking about the whole truth. I'm talking about the whole truth. What you're doing is you're trying to simplify this and make it seem as if you are. As if America has to get involved in other countries' bullshit. We don't have to get involved. No, the fuck we don't. We're the police.
Bro,
the police. If they want to massacre their women, that's on them. That's on them. We have nothing to do with that.
That's not why we going over there. That has nothing to do with the point that I'm making. It has nothing to do with the point that I'm making whatsoever. I didn't say that we went over there to save their people. I said multiple different things can be true at the same time. But to paint this picture like, oh my God, well, look at the atrocities of America. What do you mean? The whole world is fucking evil. And in order for us to even live our lives here in America and have this beautiful life and have this freedom of speech, guess what? It's some motherfuckers that's doing some shit that we don't want to know. And if the shoe was on the other foot, if you don't think that another country would do it before we would, then you crazy. We got this moral high ground that we want to have because we try to justify what other countries should be doing or how we shouldn't be in other countries. Nigga, that's the whole reason why we have this.
No, that's what you're doing.
No.
That's what you're doing.
The whole reason why we able to live here and watch basketball and go to games and shit is because motherfuckers is making decisions behind the scenes to protect our interests and to protect our way of life. That's the way of the world.
No.
That's the way it is.
No.
That is. You don't get to benefit from it and complain about it at the same time.
No.
You don't get to benefit from it.
You are trying to flip this argument
at the same time.
You are trying to flip this argument into something that's totally irrelevant.
No, I'm dealing with the facts.
1,000% irrelevant, and you're wrong.
It's not irrelevant.
Wrong.
It's 100%
These are not
relevant.
facts. You're not speaking facts because we're talking about Iran and America literally going over into the Middle East, minding other people's business. They've been doing this for forever.
Nigga, that's what you gotta do. What do you think
you
spies
don't have
are?
to do that.
No. What do you think spies are?
You don't have to do that.
You think we over there?
You literally don't have to do that.
In Iran because we give a fuck about their women? That's an extra benefit that allows for us to be able to promote how great we are for the world. If people get freed and they're able to create a democracy with better leadership as a result of it, that just paints us in a better picture. But every single decision I believe is being made for our way of life so that we can preserve what we think makes sense in the world. It 100% does.
Absolutely not. We
Listen,
literally have nothing to do.
I think that the most hypocritical thing
you're contradicting yourself.
The most hypocritical thing that we can sit here and say is we criticize the unfortunate decisions that we have to make in order to preserve our way of life, but we benefit from it at the same time.
No. We don't. We have literally nothing to do with the Middle East. Okay. So you just said it yourself. Do. Be quiet, please, and let me land. And you're wrong.
Nigga, I haven't talked in like an hour.
You were literally just talking like 5 minutes ago, and you didn't say anything before I did. Why are you trying to interrupt the back and forth to literally say, yes, we do? No, we don't.
We don't have any interest, then we do.
Well, you want to hear me out? Just let me finish. And then you can get back to interrupting for no reason.
The same thing.
I literally haven't. So you haven't been paying attention. Please be quiet and go on mute. Thank you. So the problem with what you're saying, Anton, is you already said that we are the most oil producing country. So we don't have a reason to be involved in anything going over there with oil because we have our own. So why would we get involved? Wait. This came out of your mouth. Mm-hmm. This came out of your mouth. Why are we getting involved in anything that has to do with oil with Iran?
Because
why are we getting involved in that?
Because because it allows for us to be able to control what's happening with other countries like China, like Russia. Hold on. You asked the question.
Okay.
One
and that was Quentin
China
talking.
Don't have is what? They got manufacturing. They got a lot of things. Huh?
They don't have oil.
That's my whole point. So
cool.
If China is our adversary, right? And if China is the number 2 superpower in the world, Russia is weak as fuck. They was over here stealing oil from Venezuela. We control the oil supply. They also want to take over Taiwan when it comes to semiconductor chip production, and also when it comes to the different shipping canals across the world, whether you want to talk about Greenland, whether you want to talk about the Middle East, or you want to talk about Taiwan, if we can control that and that prevents them from being able to invade or take over certain countries, why wouldn't we take advantage of that? Why wouldn't we take advantage of that? Why wouldn't we control the narrative of how they're able to move and force them to have to pivot or do an audible?
Okay. Why are we so invested in what Iran is doing with China and not what Israel is doing with China? Why? So if Iran is such a threat, because
you didn't answer the question.
Well, wait.
No, because you didn't let me. No.
Why did
you
not
let me skip the question when you asked me a question? You
never answered any of my questions.
I answered your questions directly and I gave context.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did. Slimmy, answer the question. Why wouldn't we control the world's oil supply even if we don't need it? Because it directly affects our adversaries.
Why are we worried about what's going on?
You answer the question with a question.
Answer
the question.
We don't need to be worried about what's going on in the Middle East.
No, why wouldn't we control what happens to our
adversaries? I answered it because, so first off, the reason why I say we shouldn't get involved is because it causes conflict amongst other countries. You have to get involved. That's all the way on the other side of the world.
Already hate us. What do you mean?
You can't say that. You can't prove that. You can't prove that. They hate us because of our relationship with Israel. Israel was literally created to cause conflict in the Middle East. You can't keep overlooking that.
Slimmy,
you can't keep overlooking that.
You not.
Can I ask a question, please?
Okay.
We know Iran is chanting death to America, but why? Why are they chanting that? Because of our ties with Israel.
Slimmy,
do you not understand this shit goes hand in hand?
You didn't answer.
I literally answered your question.
You did not answer the question.
You didn't like my answer. You
It's
didn't
okay,
like my answer, and that's cool.
It's okay,
You didn't like my answer, and that's cool.
No, man,
I
it's
said
cool.
we shouldn't. I said we shouldn't get involved.
I think it's a good conversation that we having. So I don't have a problem with you not answering the question. But you
I answered the question. I answered it.
All right.
I answered it.
I'm not going to get hung up on the fact that you didn't answer the question, but it's okay.
What? I answered the question.
I'm not going to get hung up on it.
You are. You are. You're not moving along. You keep saying it.
I am. I just wanted to I want to acknowledge that you
5 times that I answered it, when I actually answered it, and you saying 5 times that I didn't.
Okay.
I answered it.
All right.
They don't have no issue. They don't have no real issue with America. They have an issue with the relationship that America has with Israel, just like the majority of other countries. They don't like how America does Israel's bidding. Israel don't have the power that America has as far as the military goes. So the problem is they leverage us to do their bidding on other countries and commit all these atrocities that people have a problem with. Then on top of that, they're committing atrocities of their own on Palestinians. So people see that and they're like, why is America aligning themselves with these monsters? People have a problem with that. You can't just say they're chanting death to America without context. You say it all the time. Context is key. They're chanting death to America for a reason. You can't just say that blatantly as if it's just something that they're doing for no reason. They're saying that for a reason. This isn't even deniable at this point.
I'm gonna respond to that shortly, but I want to give Q a little bit of grace because he's been saying that he wants to ask a question.
Okay, so are we just gonna deflect from like Iran being the biggest terrorism sponsor? No, we don't care about them funding terrorism. We don't care that Iran has control of the Hormuz Canal. 20% of America's oil goes through their canal, which Anton just spoke towards.
You looked that up, but it's cool anyway. But
no,
you're wrong
I didn't.
About,
I've been watching this shit on YouTube for the last fucking week.
What you're wrong about? What's
wrong with him looking at it? What's wrong with him looking something up?
I can tell when he's reading stuff.
I'm not reading anything. You're right here, nigga.
Shut your ass up. Well, what you're wrong about though is they said the exact same. They said the exact same thing about. They said the exact same thing about Iraq. They said the exact same thing about Afghanistan. They said the same thing about all these countries. Oh, they're producing terror. They're terrorists. They said all this shit so many times before. And then you come to find out. Wait. And then you come to find out. Oh, They didn't have any weapons.
Sonny,
They
you're
didn't
not
have nothing to do.
answering this question.
They didn't. I'm answering the question. They didn't have anything to do with 9/11. Like, what about that? So what about that? Every time that we accuse someone of terror, it's wrong. And it's not the truth. It's because Israel told America to go attack them.
So I mean, you did not answer his question about where the majority of our oil is going through and all of that.
No, that wasn't his question. His question was
why
is that's not his question. His question was, why is Iran the #1 producer of terrorism? And that's false.
He had multiple different questions.
They produced terrorism. I said they funded them.
He has multiple different questions.
Okay. It's cool about the oil. Okay, cool. Okay.
What do you mean it's cool about the oil? That's a big deal.
Why is it a big deal?
For us to be able to
cutting off China's economy, like
for us to be able to control the shipping canal. What are you talking about?
What? Explain to me why it's a big deal.
Because we can't let our adversaries control exactly where we're able to ship goods and services as well as oil. What are you talking about? If 20 to 30% of our oil is going directly through that canal or that shipping route, why would we allow for that to be able to be controlled by Iran?
Why would we do anything to damage it?
What do you mean? Why would we do anything to damage it?
Why would we do anything to damage it?
Damage
what? Wait. If Iran has so much power over that canal, why would we then attack Iran instead of creating some sort of partnership with them?
What do you mean?
Why not?
Why would Iran create a partnership with us when they're in partnership with Russia and China?
Wait a minute. You just said all these countries do business together. Now you're contradicting yourself. So now you're contradicting yourself. Why couldn't we negotiate? Why couldn't we negotiate?
Because
why couldn't we negotiate?
Wait,
because the dude that we killed didn't like
hold on, Q. First of all, Slimmy, you know
Ayatollah was the last person that that was against nuclear weapons.
It's completely.
So before you bring him up, make sure you know what you're talking about.
Slimmy, you got to let me answer the question. You know that it's a completely different dynamic when you're dealing with a world power versus dealing with much smaller countries that do have control over certain things that affect the American economy, right? You know that, Slimmy. Why are we even having this conversation? We do business with China, but it doesn't mean that we're not in an arms race with China or that we don't look at them as our adversaries. We cut off Russia to Venezuela's oil in order to leverage that so that we can continue to negotiate for them to stop the war with Ukraine, which we're continuing to fund. But it doesn't mean that Russia is not our adversary. It's a difference between having to do business with somebody because they are a world power versus wanting to control how you do business with much bigger countries. If in the beginning of this conversation, you said it yourself, a lot of people said it themselves. They said, this is about China, this is about China, this is about China. Why do we have proxy wars? You don't think that China is actually helping to fund proxy wars?
I didn't say it was about China. I didn't.
Majority of the people on this panel said it was about China.
The majority of them did. I didn't say that though.
My point is that if you want to solve for a problem, but you don't want to be directly responsible for it because you don't want to ruin your relationship entirely with this person because you still have to do business with them, then what do? You fund proxy wars. You go and make sure that you control what the shipping routes are. You deal with other countries accordingly, and then you control how they deal with you. Similar to how we deal with Venezuela, similar to what we're trying to do with Greenland. It's the same thing to what we're doing in the Middle East.
But America used to do business with Iran at one point until Iran and Israel started beefing because they had a regime change. And I think that we have to acknowledge that. Like, we did not have beef with them until Israel and Iran started having a spiritual warfare with each other. This is like a spiritual battle between them.
So it's not about the banking system.
Because their political leader was not just their political leader, he was also their spiritual leader as well. So this is symbolic for them. And for all we know, he could have literally planned to get bombed. Him and his whole family got bombed, and it could have been very symbolic for Iran to let them know
Molly, what you talking about happened over
spiritually, it's
50
time to
years
move on
ago.
to the next step of the plan. Like, this is spiritual for them.
What you talking about, Molly, was happening over 50 years ago, though.
46.
No, this just happened recently because he
No. I'm
was
talking
only the
about doing
Ayatollah
business
for
with
like
Iran.
36 years though.
I'm talking about us doing business
Iran
with Iran.
used to be secular. The women didn't have to wear the hijabs or
Correct.
any of that. And
Correct.
everything was good between Israel, everything was good between America and Iran. And then they had that regime change and he put them all on like this spiritual.
Right. That was in the 70s, though.
And they denied, no, this was in
1979.
like the 80s, and Iran started
Well, the
denying
regime change
that
happened in the
Israel was the
70s.
Holy Land. That's the problem. Iran started denying that Israel was the Holy Land. This is like a spiritual beef,
I don't think so.
and it's been that
No,
way
it
for
is.
I don't
it.
think so.
Okay.
I don't think so. At all.
When the Muslims denounced the Jews and their land is not being the true Jews and them not being the true nothing, it's been up from there. So, and we're in it because we do whatever BB says, and BB does whatever the bankers and the Rothschild family says. So, I don't think America is in control the way America thinks is in control.
Mm.
And this is me being objective, not emotional. I rode for Trump, but his mask is falling off. And it's just a lot of things he's doing that I don't agree with,
Just because you say you're
including
being
this
objective
war.
doesn't
And if
mean
this was Biden
you're being
initiating this
objective.
war, and if this was Biden bombing
Yep.
Iran on behalf of Israel, I'll be saying the exact same thing.
I disagree because, well, I mean, I don't disagree with what you saying that you would say, because we watched Obama go over there, and I don't know if you really got him or not, but we watched Obama wage war and say that he went and got Osama bin Laden, and ain't nobody reject that at all. They wrote books about it. What are you looking like that for, Slimmy? They did books about it. They had movies about it. They celebrated him. Republicans and Democrats alike, nobody rejected it
How
whatsoever.
could you compare that to this?
What do you mean?
And then what happened after
Wait,
that?
how could you
Let me
compare that
tell
to
you
this?
why. Let me tell you why. Because Trump got so much fucking smoke for going to get Maduro, when at the same time the Biden administration is the ones that actually put the bounty on his head.
Well,
my point is this. This is what my point is that Trump can do no right to you niggas. It does
At
not
one
matter.
point, he could do no wrong.
Who's talking about Trump?
It doesn't, because
you talking about Trump.
Listen to what I'm saying. Molly just brought up Trump. She said she voted for him.
Mm-hmm.
She said she doesn't like him because his mask fell off. I'm having a conversation about what she said. Is that fair?
Go ahead, do what you do. I don't agree.
Okay. So my point is that when we have these conversations, we're not keeping the same energy across the board. I think that when people, I thought you just said that you was going to let me out of conversation.
I can't interject at all.
You just said that you wasn't talking about the same things that we was talking about.
Huh?
All right.
I can't disagree.
Okay, no, I said okay.
I hate that me not supporting Trump anymore makes me sound like a liberal, and I don't. I'm not siding. I think this is beyond right, left, Republican, Democrat. This is possibly ushering in World War III, changing everybody's life, and then not ending
told
up
y'all that months ago, and y'all
how
laughed.
people are thinking it's gonna end
laughing
up.
now.
I think because we're America, we win and have won every war or every conflict that we've gotten into, and that's not true. We just will pretend and put on a facade.
What conflict have we not won?
The Air Force never lost.
We didn't win Vietnam.
Nobody won Vietnam. Nobody.
I'm
won
just
Vietnam.
saying though,
never
but
lost.
it's certain things.
Undefeated.
The Air Force
is undefeated.
Spam in the chat.
Did you not see those 3 fighter jets? They got blown out of the sky by friendly
The
fire.
Air Force, not 3 fighter jets. I said the Air Force has never lost.
Well, we'll see how this turns out. I don't see how America could win. Because it's not our war, but we're paying for it.
Should just stay out of it.
Americans are dying.
Let Israel do this shit on their own.
Americans are dying on behalf of Israel. I don't like that. I don't like that. If they want to, if that's what they feel called to spiritually, then whatever. I don't know.
No one could stop the U.S. Air Force flying
These
high.
files come out. Trump start complaining how people want his head, and now he's panicking and sending us off to war. I don't even know if we're having another election cycle in 2028. Like,
No.
this is how different. This is different.
I disagree, but
They trying to get Claude and AI fully autonomous to fight this war. This is different, and
I don't think it's to fight the war.
biblical.
I think that. See, now we about to get into something completely different. Y'all don't think that other countries like China is in an arms race with AI to continue to develop technology that to get one up? Again, and I'm gonna say this, I still stand on the same thing. One of the things that make us the greatest country in the world is our military. And if you think that there's not an arms race, which is another reason why they want to take over Taiwan, right? Because we're in a semiconductor chip race also. If you don't think that factors in, and that they're trying to leverage the technology, because we have the moral dilemma here in the United States of America, because we feel some type of way, because we think that the world, not y'all, but a lot of us think that the world is only in the United States of America. But if you don't think that other countries are using and developing AI on their own terms, and that's one of the reasons why we're trying to bully these other companies to allow for us to be able to do so, then y'all crazy. Y'all saying, oh man, it's a fight with Claude. Really it's Anthropic, because that's the parent company of Claude. Oh, it's a fight with Claude. It's a fight with ChatGPT or whatever. What do you think that other countries is doing?
I mean, I understand that, but if we do everything China do, we might as well just be China.
We don't have a choice.
Well,
that would be
I
like
guess we're
us
gonna
not
look just like China. They
That
don't
would
have
be
no
like
rights,
us not
hardly.
developing nuclear weapons, or us not having a capability, even if you're using it as a deterrent, a nuclear weapon, while allowing for our adversaries to develop a nuclear weapon.
So should we be worried about Israel doing business with that technology with China? Should we be worried about that?
What are you talking about, Slimmy?
I just told you earlier. Israel is doing.
Slimmy, because you speaking based off of theory, you're not speaking based off of what it is that we really are able to identify.
You can't keep doing that.
It is, because you can't just make it.
You don't think that Israel?
Are we not worried about Israel doing business with China and getting their AI? Like, that's just
are we not worried about them doing business with China with this AI technology?
No, we not. I don't think that.
You don't think that's a threat, but you think.
No, I don't.
That's crazy.
I don't think that Israel would risk
crazy.
I don't think that Israel would risk their relationship with the United States of America in order to do that with China. I don't. Because at the end of the day, you said it. You said it that we are the most powerful military.
Who said it?
Oh, I'm sorry. You didn't say it. I said it. My bad.
Yeah, you said that. No, wait. You think you could trust Israel to not?
It's not. Is that what I said? It's not about trust. I don't think that Israel will put their relationship with the United States of America on the line in order to have what are we even talking about? This isn't even something that anybody has ever. This is not even something that anybody proposed. We're arguing a point that's not even real. Nobody has ever mentioned Israel and China and AI technology. That's not even a thing. What are we even arguing about, bro?
Bro, listen to me, man. Listen to me.
This conspiracy theory stuff is frying your brain, bro.
No.
Well, Israel does have incredible intelligence and technology.
Wait. You said it was conspiracy when I said that we were going to attack Venezuela months before.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
I didn't.
Prove it.
No, I did not.
You're going to look through the archives.
Prove it.
I said that you lean into being a conspiracy theorist.
When I was talking about America was going to attack Venezuela,
did anybody
and it happened like 3 weeks later. How is that?
Did anybody hear Slimmy say, "Hey, we're gonna attack Venezuela before it happened," And then I said, oh, that's a conspiracy. Does anybody on this panel remember that? Honest to God.
I don't remember.
I don't even know if I was here.
I don't remember, but I believe
A
him.
while ago.
If you prove me wrong, then I'll say that I was wrong.
Y'all said everything that I was saying was conspiracy.
No, Slimmy, you
yes,
never said that.
Yes.
You never
Then Myra
said
came
that,
up
and
here
then I
and was
said,
saying the exact same
stop,
thing.
Slimmy, that is cap, bro.
No, it's not. Oh,
cap.
no, it ain't. Oh, no, it ain't, Cap.
Slimmy,
oh, no, it ain't, Cap.
You said we're going to attack Venezuela. And I said, and this was 3 weeks before it happened, and I said, no, we're not. That's just a conspiracy.
You didn't say it directly like that.
What did I say?
I don't remember verbatim.
What did I say?
I don't understand how you think I'm going to remember verbatim.
Because you said that I said it, and so I'm trying to understand what did I say?
I don't remember exactly what you said, but you played it as if it was conspiracy.
You switching it up, Slimmy.
How? How am I switching
it up, Slimmy? You switching it up. Now you're saying I played it as though it was going to be a conspiracy. First, you said I said no, Slimmy. Words mean things.
See, no. We're not gonna do semantics. Just move along. Just move along.
No.
Just move
words
along.
Words mean things, Slimmy. And
Move
we're not gonna switch it up. We're not gonna switch it up. You said that I said it, and I'm trying to understand when did I say that and what did I say?
I don't recall. But do you think Israel is capable of espionage at all when it comes to America?
You can't just do that. You can't just say that somebody said something and then brush it off like you didn't say.
No. Man, just move on from that. Just move on. You're not gonna agree to disagree. Do you think that Israel is capable of espionage?
I can't agree to disagree to something you said it. I say it. No, that's for real, bro. If somebody say Slimmy just argued the other day with our favorite golfer.
You don't.
Hold on, Slimmy.
You don't want to have the
you
richest
stood on
conversation.
business with our favorite dolphin over here.
No, I didn't stand on business.
You stood on business.
No, I didn't. I didn't stand on business.
Yes, you did, Slimmy.
I didn't stand on business. She made an outrageous statement. And
you just made an outrageous statement.
I didn't make an outrageous statement. Anton, you've been doing this. Anton, you've been doing this since I've been talking about Israel. Everybody on the panel laughed at me when I first mentioned Israel. Yes, this is 1,000% facts. I'm gonna find the episode. You know what? Don't worry about it. I'm gonna find it.
No.
Don't worry about it. I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna find it. We good. Go ahead.
No. You can't stop me from saying what I'm saying.
Go ahead. Because now I'm gonna go back.
When you thought that she was insinuating something that I don't believe that she was insinuating, but we all said it.
So you move it forward.
Let me make my.
No, we're not going to revisit that. We're not because you gaslit it. You introduced it. You were the cause of that. You yourself. Yes, absolutely.
You're a grown man. No.
It had nothing to do with me. It had nothing to do with Brittany. It had nothing to do with Brittany. You wanted to see sparks fly. You wanted to see sparks fly. I said stop. And like I'm saying now, move the conversation forward. And you didn't want to. You wanted to
see how you doing? You see how you doing?
No, because I know how y'all are. I know how y'all are, and I know how y'all like the gaslight. Move forward.
Slimmy. No, Slimmy. You're a bully.
No, nowhere near. What?
You're a bully. You're being a bully right now.
Shut up. Don't ever do that.
Right now.
No. You never gonna put that on my name.
And what you're
never
also
gonna put that
doing,
on my name.
You're being
never going to put that on my name. All right, y'all got it.
Let me finish what I'm saying.
I'm done with the conversation.
Let me say what I'm saying. You're being. Oh, you quitting us? That's not fair. No, Slimmy, that's not fair. That's not fair.
Nope, you don't want to have a conversation. You want to bring up
old shit that's irrelevant. You don't want to hear what
you want to bring up old shit that's irrelevant.
No, Slimmy, it's relevant to the conversation.
No, it's not. This is not relevant to this. This is not relevant to this conversation.
Objection.
We are talking about Israel. And you don't want to talk about Israel. Stay on Israel and focus on the conversation. Israel has nothing to do with Brittany accusing me of not being articulate. Let's stick to the conversation.
Leave me alone.
It got nothing to do with you. You wanted to bring this up.
You don't want to bring this up.
She said it.
Why I said it.
She said it.
It
literally has nothing to do with anything. You want to bring this back up? You want to try and rile me up? It's not gonna work. Move on with the conversation. We focus on Israel.
Let me explain.
You don't want to answer the questions about Israel? Cool.
Why are you censoring me?
I'm not censoring you.
Let me explain it. If we could just, bro, if we literally, this is like a 20-second thing and we could move right back into it. But you got to just let me say it. My point was that you were caught up on the idea of what she said or what you interpreted her to mean by what she said, because words mean things. So if it's meaningful to you, then why can't it be meaningful to me when you accuse me of saying something in particular that I didn't say? And then you want to move the goalposts like, oh man, it's not a big deal. Let's just keep them, because it's not applicable to you at the time. But when it's something that's applicable to you, it's meaningful. When it's applicable to somebody else, it's not a big deal. Disagree to disagree.
Horrible example.
No, Slimmy.
Horrible example.
No, it's not a horrible example.
And I'm gonna tell you why. Brittany's only been up here.
Hold on, you got to
only been up here for 3 weeks. Okay. Brittany only been up here for 3 weeks. She said one thing to me, and that was the end of it. That was it. It was one time. You said to me multiple times, over fucking 100 times, that I'm a conspiracy theorist.
But you argued with her for a half hour about it.
I didn't argue. I stopped talking about it. You brought it back up.
How?
You brought it back up, Anton. You want me to play the clip? It's viral now.
Please don't.
You brought it back up. I was done talking about it. Literally was done talking about it, and you brought it back up.
Words mean things to me
but you can't use this as an example because this was something that was supposed to be stopped. It's two totally different things. You call me a conspiracy theorist a plethora of times.
Yeah.
So you can't use this as an example. We had one altercation. She chose to do that. I said,
I can't use it as an example. And that you said that I said
no.
In reference to Venezuela.
But you said it multiple times. It's not just one time that you said this thing. It's not just one time that I've said something and you called it a conspiracy and then it came true.
Slimmy, you changed your argument.
I never changed the argument. This is what I said from the start.
You changed your argument.
I never
changed anything. And then you said I said something like it. And
no. My original statement. So for clarification, my original statement was you said all these things were conspiracy, and then they turned out to be true. And I used one example, and you didn't agree with it. You didn't agree with Venezuela. Me saying that war was going to that they were going to attack it. You didn't agree with that. Okay, cool. But there's countless other times.
I disagree with that.
Okay, this is bullshit.
How is it?
Okay, you disagree?
Yes.
You disagree with that?
Yes.
Okay.
I got bullied. Okay. Will Spin calling out a bully.
Okay.
And I feel like I'm getting bullied.
You getting bullied?
Yes, sir.
You bullied me. You told me to shut up as soon as Anton called you a bully.
No. You know why I said that. You know exactly. You thought I didn't hear you? You thought I didn't hear you? Facts. Fuck out of here. I heard that shit. I didn't say that for no reason. I absolutely heard that shit. Y'all trying to doppelgang on me. That's cool. I'm just standing my ground.
Any other thoughts on this, Kimmy? Would you like Kim and I?
And for the record, I did not bring that up, Dolphin. I didn't bring it up. Flipper.
I just feel shot. I got shot 9 times.
Sister Flipper. I didn't bring it up.
But you did say that I made an outrageous statement.
I think it is outrageous to say someone can't articulate. I think that is outrageous. I'm never going to agree with that. That's just my personal opinion. I wouldn't say that to nobody unless I didn't like them. Then all bets are off.
Why? You said unless you didn't like them?
Yeah, I'm saying me personally, how I operate.
There you go, Brittany.
Me.
You started something.
No, I didn't.
This isn't starting nothing. I'm talking about what I personally. This has nothing to do with anyone else. I'm personally not going to say that to someone unless I just don't like them. That has nothing to do with anyone else's means of communication.
Any other thoughts?
It be the same people typing the same shit. I'm glad I'm not in the actual chat because I would be typing all type of shit back at you.
I'm with
I
Molly.
can't remove it.
You with Molly?
And Slimmy Wonka, and it is religious, but you know, whatever. It's biblical.
3 versus 1.
Well, I just want to say,
Quinn is on
I
your
don't,
side just because.
I don't have a personal beef with
No, I'm not.
Israel.
I'm not on Anton's side just because you can't dispute numbers. You can dispute religion. Numbers lie.
Well, I don't have a
Only
beef
on
with
the only on the
Israel, but
weekends.
when you look at some of the
What?
financial statements and all of this stuff, you see that the money goes back to Israel. I looked at
Yeah, that's
financial
a fact.
statements, financial documents, stuff that was released by the DOJ, the FBI. That's why
You don't
I'm
believe the
so
government.
critical. That's why I'm so critical, just based off of the research I did, looking at the
You believe the
finances.
people you don't trust.
I
That's
believe
crazy.
the financial statements.
You said it came from the FBI. You don't believe the
Quentin,
government.
I know for a fact I did way more research on this than you, so I'm not.
Well, I'm just
I
using your
cannot
words
argue.
against you. It's not about
I
the.
can't argue with you on this because you did absolutely no research, and it would just be like me arguing with a
Is
dumb
that
dumb.
objective that I did no research? Because that's
I'm,
what you. That's what you
I'm.
think. Just
I
because you
know for a
say
fact you
things
didn't
are
do as much
objective, that
research
it's
as me.
fact.
I know for a fact you don't care as much as me. So I'm pretty sure you did not. You did not. You did not.
Objectively,
And unless you
objectively,
really know how to go through financial
objectively.
statements and see
Well,
where all
you
that
don't
money
believe
was
the person
going,
who you don't
see all the
believe
banks
the
and
people who
the
produce the
airline
financial
industries
statements.
that was a part of it. Please don't. Please
You said
don't.
they came from the FBI. You said you don't believe in
Because
stuff from the
billions of
government.
dollars that's coming out of your check goes towards this stuff. Billions of dollars comes out of our
You don't
checks
believe the
goes
government. So why
towards
do you
these
believe the
things.
statements?
That nigga got $1
You don't
billion.
I knew
No,
that
that's
was
what
coming.
they're
I thought he was gonna say
they're it's
My
all
bad,
crime
Molly.
money. These banks, it's all criminal. It's all criminal.
That's a
All
fact.
these big businesses, Victoria's Secret, these places were kind of designed as fronts for crime and human trafficking. It's all a front. Your favorite business, your favorite product is more than likely a front for human trafficking and some other illegal activities that they got going on with these banking institutions and the elite class. It just is what it is. You don't have to believe me. I couldn't care less who believes me. I know what I saw.
So Victoria's Secrets are front for you for human trafficking. That's what you said.
They all fall under
Oh
the
yes,
same umbrella
Leslie Wexner
companies.
is all implicated. Absolutely. Yes.
Yeah, they all fall under the same umbrella companies. Most of those, like that's
Yes, they're
that
all a
shit crazy.
front. Yeah. A lot of these science, like a lot of this stuff is a front for human trafficking. I know people don't like their illusions broken, but it's an illusion. Our whole entire way of life.
Facts.
That's it. I'm done.
Y'all don't have to agree with Slimmy and Molly on this.
No, don't agree with me.
What?
Just
Well,
do
we have
your
whole
own
separate
research.
conversation,
Just,
so they already know.
I always said the
if you can
world
read a
is
financial
like, a lot of
statement,
stuff is not.
go look at where that money is going and coming.
I can't argue with
you know
Molly
what?
about this. I can't argue with Molly about this is because I have not read anything about that. So I'm not going to argue with her about that. So I have to do some more research to better understand exactly what's going on. So I'm not going to debate. I'm not going to debate with her just for the sake of debating with her. So
We'll start sending you the stuff that we send between each other. Yeah, I said we'll start sending you the stuff we send between each other. We'll loop you in.
AD not gonna read it.
I know he not.
You ain't gonna read that shit. So as soon as that,
how do you know what I read?
No, as soon as that, I sent you some specific things, and nah, I don't think you gonna read it. I
I'm not trying to change anybody's mind. This is just me and my stance on it and why I went from supporting Trump to now I'm like, oh heck no.
Let me read some of the super chats.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, some of them things is definitely gonna put old boy in a bad light. So yeah. Oof.
Scratch it with Ant Love in the building. Shout out to Ant Love. Says Anton is absolutely right. When you are abusing drugs, you are abusing yourself. But when you are abusing glizzies, you're now being abused. God holds you accountable when you know right from wrong. At 12, you know. Shout out to you.
Only problem with what you're saying is men can be men are involved in that. So men can be sexually abusing themselves as well. If you fucking like 5, 6 girls at the same time, that's overdoing it. So it works both ways. It works both ways.
Wait, what happened?
It's sexual abuse no matter what. Like you're abusing the act. Do you understand what I'm saying?
No.
Okay, so all right. So if so just the same way that a woman takes 13, 14 schlongs. Oh, maybe it ain't the same. Hold on. Because if you get 13. Oh yeah, no, it ain't the same. Never mind. Move forward.
Shout out to you, Scratching. I appreciate you. Kai says, I'm tuning in late. Y'all harsh as hell with these 12-year-old kids. Callie Mike says, I agree with Quentin. I think it's more the oil again, and really has nothing to do with what Iran has going on, but more so about the oil.
Stay on the surface.
Jay Forever says, I've been waiting for Slimmy's take all day. Lurch in the building says, that's a wild picture. Lurch in the building says, this entire thing is about clearing the path for the greater Israel. They want all the land from the Nile to the Euphrates, and we are enabling it.
That's exactly why they chant death to America, because we're enabling them.
Tell G says, Ali versus Donald boxing winner. Well, Ali is dead, ain't he? So what are we talking about?
And he was the last one that was against nuclear weapons. So now
Casual
they definitely move forward with that. He was against it.
You knew this was gonna be a headache.
Just keep reading.
Casual. I'm not gonna keep letting Slimmy get away with some of this stuff, bro.
President, the Peacemaker.
President of Peace. His book is titled The Art of the Deal for a reason. The business world is highly competitive. If you want peace, prepare for war. Parabellum. Not a Trump fan, but I get it. Shout out to you, Casual Germ. I appreciate you. 1080 Kendall says the reason we can print money without much inflation is because we are the world reserve currency. If oil is traded without the U.S., we will be in Zimbabwe. We will be Zimbabwe in 4 years. Leno in the building says, cite your sources, Slimmy, if you're not just talking. If not, you're just talking. Kai says if she consents, it is not abuse. She wanted it. Young One says, to Slimmy's point, AB sources reporting Israel bombed a Saudi Arabian refinery and blamed Iran. Iran haven't attacked any other country's refinery. Captain Negro Man says you've been regurgitating the state-sponsored talking points that led us into the toppling of Iraq, Syria, Yemen, Somalia, Libya, Afghanistan, and multiple South American countries. Are those people more free and happy today? First of all, thank you, Captain Negro Man, for holding us down with the 20 ball. We appreciate you. We got a couple 50s in here. A few 50s in here. Obi-Wan, a homie with the 50 ball, says if this conflict resolves around Israel, then why are so many countries who hate Israel, Qatar, Pakistan, Saudi Arabia, Jordan, and Egypt, also deciding to fight against Iran? Have all these countries decided to unite over a country they all hate?
I don't believe that's true. Cite your sources.
You don't believe
Pakistan is fighting Afghanistan right now.
You don't believe what's true?
That these countries are attacking Iran.
Hey,
Qatar is bad at Israel right now.
Bill and Nico, what up with the 50 ball? I appreciate you, Bill and Nico. Thank you, bro. Listen, everybody that support the platform, I really do appreciate y'all. All right, I just want to show y'all love. And I read every super chat. We don't miss none over here, not knowingly. Captain Negro Man with the 10 ball says, if this was Biden or Kamala executing this, you know you'd not be defending this fuckery. Are you compromised, my dude? Has the Mossad reached out to you when y'all got them YouTube plaques? I didn't have YouTube plaques for years, big dog. Casual Germ says, I just wanted to give a shout out to General Chat GBT. We all know our intelligence agencies could not pull this off without it. Lurch says, clean break memo being implemented as we speak. Hangman TV Mounting says, everything we have says made in China. Obi-Wan a homie with the 50 ball. Again, hey, this it's $100 man right here. I'm going to just say that. Slimmy, they've been attacking us since 79. The same year they adopted radical Islam. They attacked Marines twice in 83. Recently, they were paying mercs in Iraq and Afghanistan. Egypt and Jordan have been battling against Iran-funded terrorists. Shout out to Obi-Wan, the homie. I appreciate you for the 50 ball, big dog. Kai says, respect to Molly for looking at things objectively and not siding with Trump no matter what. A2MZ says, the whole reason for Trump's action is so power don't go to the east. Molly, duh. There are therefore actions in Iran is valid.
We'll see.
Lurch says, bro, Obama waged more war than Bush, 7 wars versus 2. Obi-Wan, a homie, says, Slimmy, under Obama, Iran captured Navy vessels shortly after signing that treaty. Bro, come on. Obi-Wan, a homie, thank you, bro. The Right Insight says, Obama and Biden gave Iran billions of dollars. Trump sent them to hell. Captain Negro Man says, man, somebody go get Myron or Kim Iverson. We need knowledgeable people to push back on this shit. Anton is using right now. Shout out to Captain Negro Man. AJ Wyatt says Obama sent Iran a plane full of cash. A2 says, Molly, you don't support it because you don't understand or war. And Slim, Obama gave hella money to Iraq. And I gave hella money to Iraq. I don't know what that means. Gave hella money to Iran. I'm going to just say to Iran.
You think Trump no war?
A2 says, Molly, pull up proof of Trump actually being in cahoots. Chemical says, Israel wanted Iran attacked. Even your homie C. Kirk told Trump not to get involved in Iran. Israel got Americans killed. Send Barron instead. Lurch says, bro, why do you have to say United States of America every time? We know what we or the U.S. means. A2 says, so if Trump can't help us, are we all just done, Molly? And who can help us? What is the solution if Trump can't help us?
Save yourself.
Keith Swain says, Anton, you are in denial. Molly and Slimmy are telling you the truth about what people are saying on the outside of the bubble. Israel, AIPAC causes. Now you mad at me, says, if America was ever to collapse, it will be because of our own citizens, not because of another country. People have no patriotism. Chase,
I would argue that. Never mind.
You would argue what?
No, don't worry about it.
Well, I need a time frame because somebody on this panel did say this is going to be the collapse of America. So I need a time frame on when that's going to happen.
I don't know. Let's see how things look by 2028, 2030.
Big pun, big pun.
Chase 40 in the building says y'all got to stop using Fox News talking points. Leno says, Slimmy Molly, would you visit Iran before this war?
What does that have to do with anything? I'm not going to
the Middle East. No.
Why do y'all say stupid shit?
Michael Magnum 4767 says, we Anton need to wake up. The created establishment of Israel we see today is not what was spoken about in the Bible. They are the synagogue of Satan.
It's a fact.
Chemical says Anton sounds like the British in 1775. Jay Wick says, 24 Gaming says, I don't think Anton read his scriptures like he says. He thinks we're going to be fine until we get homegrown attacks over here, sleeper cells are real. The Right Insight says Molly and Slimmy are doomers. They are not leaving the U.S. or changing up their lives. They really believe their BS. Keith Swain says Molly and Slimmy, thank you for telling the truth. Wait a minute. Oh, that's the girl from Fast and Furious.
What? I knew he was looking at that picture.
Yeah,
because it looked like a white dude. And I was just like, huh?
Yeah. Chase 40 says Anton is being a good boy. Israel not in control.
Goyim.
Big Dog. Go to Town says Slimmy delusional. I have no clue about politics. Godson says Slim, in addition to reading conspiracies, you should also read the U.S. policies. Start with the national security policy and the national defense policy. AI can help you read more than an Epstein report. A2 says, Anton, I think Slim and Molly want the East to control the U.S. First of all, shout out to my dog Parking Lot Pimpin'. What up, Parking Lot Pimp? Dope beard, nice glasses, pimping. He said, what up, Molly?
You see that gray he got in his beard, Anton?
Well, he paid $50, so I'm always going to celebrate that shit.
Me and Sanchez try to tell you about that gray.
I like the black. What did Wesley Snipes say? Always bet on black.
What the fuck? That was too fucking random. What was that? What was that from?
I don't remember. I think it was. What was that from? When Wesley
Wait,
Snipes
is that when he had the blonde hair?
No, hold on. Let me see something. Wesley.
That's they tried to remake that. Judge Dredd. Always bet on black.
Passenger 57.
Oh, okay. No, I would have never guessed that.
Now I gotta play it for you.
Exactly. Even Destiny in the chat says that gray looks good.
Hold on, I got you. I got to give it to you, Sonny.
I'll be talking crazy. Y'all ain't the ones that gotta live with it, man.
With the gray?
Different. Yeah, that shit different when you gotta live with it.
I'm surprised you ain't never heard that before, Slimmy.
It's good on dudes.
Passenger 57, that's the sequel to Fugitive, right?
No.
What's the sequel to Fugitive?
Ain't no sequel to Fugitive.
Yeah, it is with Wesley Snipes.
No, the Fugitive was with
Samuel L.
Jackson.
No. The Fugitive is with Fugitive is with Harrison
Ford.
Harrison Ford. But the sequel has Wesley Snipes in it. U.S. Marshals. Thank you. That's what it is. U.S. Marshals. Thank you.
You ever play roulette? On occasion. Well, let me give you a word of advice. Always bet on black.
You ain't ever seen that before, Slimmy?
There he goes, season again.
I gotta watch it.
The acting looks so like
He was a good actor.
the acting on that looked a little.
That line probably hit hard back in the day.
Oh God, they're so silly.
Why? Why did they do that dolly cam like that, man? Oh my God, that looks horrible. That shit was absolute garbage.
Slimmy, don't you?
You ever play roulette? Always bet on black.
What year did that movie come out?
Oh man, you can tell that's like 90s, early 2000s.
Yeah, it looked like it was like
that gotta be like it can't be past 2003. It cannot be. I don't even think it's 2000.
1991.
Yeah,
that's why I don't watch old movies.
I'm surprised you ain't never seen that before, Slimmy.
I seen Passenger 57. I do not remember that. I damn sure
that was the best part of the movie.
I don't remember no dolly cam.
That was the best part of the movie.
Oh
bro.
my God, man, that looked crazy.
Yeah, 1992.
1992. You was right. Yeah, you said 91. Man, that shit looked horrible.
Bum bum bum. Always,
man, they thought that shit was tough.
And the song, the camera zoomed in.
Dun, 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 dun.
All right, let me get these. Thank you, parking lot pimp. Molly said, "What up, though?" Obi-Wan, the homie, says, "If Iran hate us because of our relationship with Israel, then why is Iran attacking other countries that hate Israel? Jordan and Egypt." Seaworthy 2 says, "Molly and Slimmy go stay in Iran for a week. You will be begging to come back to the USA. You have no love for your country."
All right, stop.
You
All right,
don't tell me what I got. I'm a military baby,
wait,
first off. I'm super patriotic. I don't like that we got a president that's selling us out to the Middle East. Okay.
You can't conflate somebody accusing the government of being compromised with not loving the country. Get your bitch ass up out of here with that
Trump
corny
don't
shit,
love
dog.
America the
That's
way
some
y'all
lame
think
ass
he
shit
do.
to do. That's corny. You corny for that, dog. Appreciate your $5, bitch.
Mr.
I ain't say
Travolta
all
says Slimmy's answer to every question is because Israel. Why is the bus late? Slimmy, because of Israel. The small hat hating blinds you to everything.
No, you just got your small hat on. Dun dun dun. Always bet on black.
Matrix of Daddy says the problem with the America is controlled by Israel conversation is you think Israel is the only one? We don't have troops in Africa or Asia?
We have troops all over.
Mr. Travolta says, substantiate your argument, don't jump to another. Chemical says, if Trump widely made know the free atmospheric energy Tataria energy systems, almost all catalysts for the Middle Eastern war disappears. And A2M says, Molly and Slim, would y'all live in China or Russia?
What's it matter? If we're doing the same thing as China and Russia, what's it matter?
MK says it's all about the banking system. Obi-Wan the homie says Q was cheer force, go Army. F Jackson it says Slimmy to Q, let me land. To AD, I can't interject. Captain Negro Man says Molly is right. This wasn't our war. American taxpayers will foot the bill. Con says I don't give a fuck what y'all on. America always wins. Kai says, wow, Molly and Anton are butting heads tonight. MK says, so y'all gonna wage war with a country because they are developing AI? Shout out to y'all. I appreciate you that, Zar. Check in V1DZ online says Google mad, mutual assured destruction. This is Cold War 2.0 with AI and quantum supremacy. Matrix of Daddy says, I think China has been pushing it's Israel thing while secretly pushing ahead of the US and tech, i.e. TikTok. If the Jays were really this omnipresent monster, we wouldn't know this stuff. Shout out to you.
TikTok.
That's Cap. They on TikTok.
TikTok. Mm-hmm.
They on TikTok. Like, what are you talking about, dog?
I don't think y'all right about that.
About them owning TikTok?
We bought it so they could own it. Control
Who owns
it.
TikTok?
So they could control it.
Who owns it? Who are y'all saying that owns TikTok?
I think he was saying the Jews didn't have anything to do with TikTok, or China had something to do with TikTok, but they sold it to America. And now some Israelis or some Jewish people are running it.
I don't think y'all know what y'all talking about on TikTok.
I could be wrong. I'm not on TikTok. I don't use it, but could be wrong.
We'll have to loop you into we're gonna put you in a group chat anytime.
No, I know exactly. I know who owns TikTok.
He not gonna believe it.
What am I not gonna believe this time?
Smoke and mirrors.
Y'all gotta stop talking in code. Y'all gotta give me some full sentences.
Smoke and mirrors is a full sentence.
It doesn't mean anything outside of the context
like,
of something else.
If you don't understand, I can't help you, man.
Okay. Like y'all can't talk in parables and then expect me to know what y'all saying. Like y'all got to use full sentences.
Don't worry about it.
I'm gonna start talking to y'all niggas the way y'all talk to us from now on. When y'all say something, I'm gonna just say red light blinking.
Well, Oracle is one of the
I'm gonna just say
companies.
some random shit.
And that means
Oracle
you
is one of the
stop. And
companies
that means
over
stop.
over
And that means
TikTok.
stop. And that
No, it
means
doesn't.
stop.
It doesn't
Look
necessarily
at who
mean
funded
stop.
Oracle.
It could mean
No, it don't,
recording.
nigga. Anton,
It
get
could
the
mean
group chat,
recording.
nigga. Hit me in the group chat, Anton. Let's talk
It
about
could mean recording. It could be
No, it
on
means.
air. It could mean a lot of things. I'm gonna just say some random shit.
Stop.
No, because y'all do that junk all the time. And then y'all expect me to just catch the cold. Candles burning. What does that mean?
Nobody does that.
I mean, it's
Would you say
Christmas.
Y'all
nigga.
do it all the time.
I said
Nobody does
Oracle.
that.
Y'all do it all the time. Y'all
Nobody
say
does
some
that.
random thing, or we'll be talking. We're having a regular conversation.
You don't know what smoke and mirrors mean?
Y'all do something like this.
Wait. You don't know what smoke and mirrors mean?
The ribbon is ribboning.
No, stop. No.
What does that even mean?
No. You don't know what smoke and mirrors mean.
In reference to what?
What were we talking about, Anton? TikTok.
See what I'm saying? Instead of you just explaining it to me, you'll say, this nigga don't get it. He don't got his third eye open right now.
No. That's
You
not
can
how
just
that
look and
played
see who
out.
the stakeholders of TikTok is. Not you, not now, but people can on their own time just look and see who the stakeholders are. Business information is public information. It's supposed to be.
Railroads, white ceiling.
Oh man. Shout out to you, Matrix. Chase 40 says the way Anton really said Israel wouldn't risk their relationship with the United States. Do you not know about the USS Liberty? That's a wild statement. TL410 Gaming says it's the reason why these strange people have been kicked out of the 180 countries. I love AD, but your loss. Get Myron on here, please, for this subject. Shout out to Myron. Chemical says Anton, Judea, which became 1948 version of Israel, distinctly not Semitic, not ancient Israel from the Bible, called for Germany's eradication after Germany welcomed them in circa 1905. Then he did this. The emoji. Music Anime says Isaiah 44:28. That saith of Cyrus, he is my shepherd and shall perform all my pleasure, even saying to Jerusalem, thou shalt be built, and to the temple thy foundation shall be laid. Cash West says, love the show, Anton. Shout out to everybody on the panel, but Slimmy goofy as hell. Chemical says they are willing to jeopardize a relationship. Chemical says, Mama, what up, Mama Sanctuary says, when is Slimmy B-Day?
It's in April.
All right, Slimmy didn't want to say it. Music Anime says, respond to the super chats. He also says, Songs of Darkness, When Angels Break, Wrath of the Fallen Seraph 2. All right, I feel you. Ray says, Slimmy, you don't know how to articulate yourself. Don't say that. Don't you say that, nigga. That's a trick. Nigga, that's like saying, that's like unleashing a Winter Soldier. Nigga, do y'all know that's the secret code to unleash the Winter? You ain't never seen the Winter Soldier when they had to say a phrase? You ain't never seen that? That's what Slimmy is. Hold on.
This is crazy.
Don't tell me you ain't never seen a Winter Soldier, Quentin.
No, I just go to work and take care of my kids. I don't do nothing else.
Oh my God.
Шавой. 17. Рассвет.
Bitch.
9. Добросердечный. Возвращение на родину. 1. Грузовой вагон.
Доброе утро, солдат. Я готов отвечать. У меня для тебя есть миссия.
That's Slimmy. It's ready to comply. Whenever you say that phrase, don't ever say you don't know how to. And they can just abandon ship at that point, bro. Ain't that right, Dolphin? Leno says, is Jesus a front for human trafficking?
Sister Flipper, not Dolphin.
What do you mean by Jesus?
What I
Why you
do?
bringing Jesus into it?
I can't laugh.
No, I'm saying that's your correct name, Sister Flipper.
Oh.
Music Anime says y'all talk too much junk and take forever to respond. El Mott says, what up, Room 9? What up, L? Jordan Kelly says a Marine got caught helping train the Chinese army. Captain Negro Man says, get him, Molly. Music Anime says, y'all take forever to respond to message. Bro, relax, big dog. I got you. I'm going to get to you. Fix your program, G. Messages come first, ASAP. He on my ass. Waiting for my 3 reports. This nigga on my ass. I got you, big dog. I'm reading.
I don't think I ever seen no shit like this. Gosh dang.
Listen, I
This
appreciate
motherfucker.
you, big dog. I appreciate you. Send me AZ or Fab.
Fab.
That's what I said. I don't even know how that's a conversation. Ray says, let me stop being emotional. You always emotional.
Why do y'all? Where was I?
There's another one. The blue guy. Don't release the blue guy.
So y'all niggas is so weird, man.
That's another one.
I pray that you niggas. I pray that you niggas not like this in real life, because that shit is semi-homosexual. That's semi-homosexual to be this infatuated with a man and how a man says things on a public platform. Like, you want to police? You know what? I ain't gonna even say that shit. I ain't gonna even say that. Keep being gay. Do you, Ray Ray?
Shout out to you, Ray. TS Car Wash and Detail Service says Slim, Pun or Heavy D?
Why you always asking that same question, man? Big Pun. Heavy D wasn't no lyricist like that. He was entertaining though.
Heavy D.
He was entertaining as fuck, huh?
Heavy D.
Because you like his songs better, like his songwriting and the
Because he had a
party
bigger
aspect.
impact on the music industry. Heavy D in general. Production, trailblazer.
He's an icon. He's an icon and a pioneer. Yeah.
I'm not just going based off of lyrics. I'm just going based off of his impact in music.
That's so crazy that I was singing one of his songs today that someone even mentioned Heavy D. What was that? Black coffee, no sugar, no. Like I randomly was singing that song. So funny.
He ain't saying it right. So
hold on, man. I think this nigga was trying to imply some things that I probably shouldn't even be saying that part. Hey, I don't think you're doing it right, dog.
How am I not doing it? How am I not doing it? You want me to say it? See, Slimmy trying to get me to say something.
No, you just kept getting caught up.
No, the diddle-diddle-diddle-diddle-diddle-dee.
You miss it. You missing something.
Oh.
No,
I ain't do
it right either.
It's
Hold on,
the diddle-diddle-diddle-diddle-dee.
The diddle. The diddle-diddle-diddle-dee. Yeah, there it go. Hell yeah.
Oh my God. Jay Forever says almost forgot. Hi, Kim and I. Using Anime says, "Are y'all skipping, folks?" No, we not. So we are really not. We really are focused.
That man said, "Read his super chats when they come in."
Then let me just go through and read all of yours. I got you, Big Dad. Yeah, you skipping. I got you on my main X channel. Thank you, my friend. Prepare yourself, Anton. Says Music Anime. Hold on. Let me make sure I get him. Yeah, this nigga's on me. He on my head top. Prepare
Man,
myself.
why this nigga bullying this lady into some super chat? What? I never saw this.
Juicy J says, shout out to all y'all. Shout out to y'all, especially Kimmy.
You get kisses too.
Kids Car Wash Detail says, Kim, you like Shannon Sharp gray then?
Yes, men look so good.
Nice on him.
Gray hair.
Crypto AI says you about to be cooked. He said your panel about to be cooked too. Following Fist says, peace, Kim and I. What percentage would you put on astrology signs when it comes to relationships?
Very little, if any. I think that while there's some correlation maybe between when you're born and your behaviors, you can outthink that. So, people blaming what they do on their astrology is foolishness.
I want to say, let me see. Kai says, someone get Miss Sanchez on here so I can throw some money. Captain Negro Man says, shout out to Kim and I for absolutely no reason.
Thank you.
The crypto guy, he got the same. He switched accounts. He said, y'all scary to show paid message, but your whole cast about to be cooked.
Can I be something?
Wait, is that the same? Is that the same dude?
Yeah, it's the same guy. Different account. Said y'all cooked.
This nigga is bullying.
Then he goes on and say, game over. And he says, y'all about to be cooked.
Can we all be cooked differently? Like,
so weird.
I would like to be sauteed because I feel like that's kind of fancy.
I would taste delicious.
Butter.
Oh my God. Alex DeLeon says, I didn't like y'all. I didn't like all this laughter at Snipes. He was a beast.
Huh?
Wesley Snipes, Passenger 57. Bet on black.
It was a funny scene. I don't understand.
C. Brian says, y'all seen that Tyler Oliveria situation?
That's another thing.
Yeah.
That's another thing. That's another thing. I told you.
Who's Tyler Oliveria?
I told you that wouldn't get picked up by mainstream. I told you it wouldn't.
Okay, hold on.
That's the dude that I just told. That's the dude I just told you about a month ago. Who I said was investigating. Who did that? Anyway, that's the dude that I said was investigating that Jewish country. I mean, that Jewish city in New Jersey, and they was all collecting money off welfare. All of them was collecting money off welfare, and they would not pick up his story. His story came out around the exact same time that other dude that was finding about the Somalis. I forgot his name. He found out all that shit about the Somalis.
Nick Shirley.
And Nick Shirley. And I told y'all they weren't gonna pick his story up, and they didn't. And then they kicked him off Patreon.
Was he the one that went to Epstein Island? One of the boys went up there and kind of was like showing around, and
I don't know about that.
I think it could have been him. I can't remember though.
Nurse TT says Iran declared war on the U.S. in 1979, and not one president has done anything until Trump. Queso M. White says, thank you, my love. Thank you, my snow bunny. Says,
Maybe there's a reason.
I'm just tapping in, bit out based on the super chat. Slimmy or Slimy and Molly get Trump is sending our troops on a suicide mission. That's a hell of a suicide. Following Fist says, peace. Molly, do you happen to have the 120 lessons? I don't even know what that means.
I don't know what he's talking about right now.
So that's a no. Mr. Yes Sir says Anton Slimmy is right. Nurse TT says Trump is strategically shutting out China's oil supply first with Venezuela, now with Iran. This is so much bigger. Werewolf Comics says check out my anti-woke graphic novel Werewolves on KS. Think X-Men, Avengers, and Justice League, but with supernaturals and much better stories. Join the wolf pack. One word: werewolves.
What is KS?
I'm not sure.
Because he hit me up on, I was on someone else's channel and he hit me up. But he didn't tell me where to read the book at.
I'm not sure.
I'll just Google it.
Shout out to you, bro. I appreciate you. Y'all go check out Werewolves Comics. Matrix of Daddy says Chat GBT, who was the original creators of TikTok, Zhang Yiming in 2016, originally made in 2016 and rebranded in 2017 as TikTok. The Jays realized how it owned the youth and the U.S. bought it forcingly. Queso says this mother F. Trump said they waged war on us after they attacked them. Kim, candles burning. You don't know what that means, Kim?
No.
I just said it when I was like, red light, candles burning.
Oh, gotcha.
You know what? I'm about to develop my own code words with you.
Champagne sparkling. I like that.
Hey, Kim. Red light, green light.
Goose.
Slam War Outcast.
You're it.
Outcast for sure. Outcast for sure.
I agree 100%.
Funny.
Yeah, so I mean, we on point tonight. Megatron says, shout out to the lovely ladies and educating brothers. Kim and I, kisses, kisses, kisses.
What is going on tonight? Hey, on this lady. Jeez.
It's the color, I think.
Oh, yeah, you looking more caramel than ever.
I mean, I just came back from Trinidad and I was out there.
No.
Chocolate.
No. That Trinidad shit is gone.
It is not.
It's gone. It's gone.
It is not.
You are back. You are damn near a white woman tonight. You the brightest woman on the panel tonight.
You don't have like vision insurance?
I do. Wait,
you might want to use it.
Where's my paperwork?
Get your cataracts looked at.
Well, that is all the time we have tonight.
Oh wow.
We at the 3-hour mark.
That's good. That's good timing. I'm about to get some sleep.
Early.
We at 3 hours.
I'm about to get some sleep.
Y'all don't. What do you mean?
No, that's interesting. It's before 2. Usually it's like
It's before 2.
I'm shocked.
All right, everybody be quiet so we can get out.
We're done.
I had a whole lot of other subjects for y'all, but I'm gonna shelve them till
Thursday. I'll never get out of here.
I don't think I'm I don't know if I'm gonna stream tomorrow morning. I might have to shelve it.
Oh, the Millionaire Morning Show?
I don't know. I'm gonna see. Because I have I got a flight to catch tomorrow.
I have a flight to catch after the show.
Are you really?
Oh.
Yep.
I got a flight to catch in the morning.
This little low. Mm-hmm.
Make sure y'all tap into the Patreon. Link is in the description as well as at the top of the chat.
Best time to tap in.
Beginning of the month. I don't even know if I had put the link in the top of the chat. Let me see. Bam, there it is. There it is. And we in there like swimwear, baby. All right, any other thoughts?
I'm flying to Milwaukee.
What's in Milwaukee?
Some cutty.
Cheese.
Safe travels to everyone traveling.
Yeah, please be safe.
Going
Please
to
be safe.
Midland. I'm so excited.
What is
Nothing's
that?
happening in America.
Midland, Texas. That's where
Man,
the oil is.
that sound rural.
It is.
Huge oil
Be
reserves.
careful.
Be safe.
Be careful,
That's where
man.
the oil is.
Be careful. Wait, is Midland is what? Is that where they at in Landman?
If not, it should be. Like, so it's similar to that. Yes.
You know what I'm talking about? You watch Landman?
Yeah.
Huh.
I think it is Midland.
Damn, I swear it is.
I gotta figure out what I'm
That
gonna
just
do
struck
tomorrow.
me.
I might be able to get up early and pull it off though. So we'll see.
Oh yeah, somebody in the chat said it.
Megatron says, Slimmy, I watched Cover and I'm traumatized. Chocolate, Kim and I need to get married immediately.
Good, Kim and I. Do you see that? See that, Slimmy? Can you see?
Man, listen, man. Listen. I don't think you can see what everyone else is seeing right now. You almost vanilla.
I see myself every day. What are you talking about?
I'm talking about with the light you got on, and you looking almost vanilla, ma'am.
I want to hold on. Let me acknowledge a couple people too. I also want to give a shout out to Julian Ray.
Cash out.
I'm sorry, not Julian Ray. Big Germ. Shout out to Big Germ. Appreciate you, big dog. He says specifically, problem with conflicts like this, let it drag out too long. Enough, the purpose and the reason behind it gets forgotten, and then it turns into IRL Call of Duty metal chase. Shout out to you, big dog. I appreciate you. Queso says these Trump supporters in the chat are just as delusional as the Democrats supporting Kamala Harris. Thank you, Queso. I appreciate you. Kim Champagne Sparkling.
I got that one.
Oh shit. She love that shit.
I do. You know I do. I even drink my Coke.
Oh, Kickstarter.
All on you. They said Kimmy
Okay,
is
Kickstarter.
shit.
I like that too.
All right, I got you, big dog. Kickstarter.
What you doing?
About the comic book writer.
Yeah.
Slimmy, the colored chocolate was created specifically for Kimberly.
Wait a minute, my nigga. First off, you're not gonna be this motherfucker.
Everyone who says that I make chocolate, thank
pop
you.
her titty out your mouth, nigga. What is you talking about?
You know what
Nigga,
though?
this is
If
chocolate.
it was there, it would be chocolate milk coming
This
out.
is chocolate. This is chocolate. This is chocolate.
Captain Negro Man says, okay, so I'll have to cancel my Netflix and Prime video this month because of these super chats. That's cool.
Damn.
Queso says Kim is brown sugar.
It's about the color chocolate.
Exactly. That's nowhere near chocolate.
Well, the one thing that we have to do for Kim is that we got, along with all of the other ladies, is that we got to get them some sleep. So shout out to Following Fist says 120 are the supreme wisdom lessons.
I'll have to look into that. Thank you.
All right. Midnight. Listen, we appreciate y'all. We love y'all. We back at it. I'll give y'all an update in the morning on whether or not we're gonna actually live stream on a Millionaire Morning Show. Kim, you are light today, says Kais.
You know what? I'm gonna find the sun tomorrow and I'm gonna hang out in it, and y'all not gonna be able to debate me Thursday.
So she basically gonna tan like a white woman.
All right, listen, we love y'all. We appreciate
Why
y'all.
you make that face? That's tanning.
Who doesn't tan when they go in the sun?
Black people.
Same complexion.
Black people tan, Quentin.
No, they
I
don't.
look like this.
They don't. They brown.
Yes, they do.
Tan.
Oh, I'm not black.
No.
Get off my.
We love y'all. We out. Peace.
Bye, y'all.